the destiny opportunity. My name is Jason Fladlien. I'm the CEO of Rapid Crush Inc., co-founded with my business partner, Wilson Matos, who's behind the scenes today, making sure all this tech stuff runs as smoothly as possible, which we never know how well it's going to roll or not, but just make sure as long as you're in your browser here and you stay in this browser, you are A-OK, you are good to go. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. In fact, we're going to kick it off properly because I don't want to mess around. I want to get right down to business. Let's talk about purpose. And let me ask you a very serious question. What's the purpose of you being here today? Now, there's no chat box that we're going to mess around with here today because I want your full and undivided attention. I don't need you typing stuff in and doing the whole call response type of stuff, any of that thing. What I want to know is this. What's the purpose of you being here today? I want you to reflect on that and think about that in your own mind right now. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to accomplish? What would you like, scratch that, what would you love to come away with at the end of the hangout here today? Now, I don't know exactly what your purpose is, but I can tell you my purpose. And I wholeheartedly believe that God put me on this earth to help you take advantage of exactly what I'm going to show you today. And for whatever reason, and I don't fully understand it, I just get this. This opportunity that I'm going to put in front of you today, I just get it, which can only be described opportunity-wise as the single greatest opportunity for first-generation wealth in the 21st century. No joke. I will prove it to you. Now, here's my goal. My goal is to put my heart and soul into giving you my A-level very, very best because I owe it to you. When a topic is as important as this is, I got to come correct so I can make sure you get the value that's available to you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to build $1 million plus business in less than 12 months. And that's not even the best part. And you might say, whoa, hold on a second there, Jason. $1 million business in 12 months? That sounds like more hype than I've heard in a very long time. I hear you, right? But sometimes, especially once in a lifetime times, maybe it's just possible. I don't know about the belief, okay? I am aware I've just made some big claims. And I don't immediately expect you to take them as factual on the surface of it. All I ask is instead of just saying, okay, I believe that, or no, I don't believe that, let me cross my arms, right? I just ask that you give me your attention, your full attention, and allow me to attempt to prove them to you. This is a brand new Tesla, retails for about $78,000. And I'm going to introduce to you for the first time in the history of my company an implementation contest. Meaning, if you take the resources that I'm going to make available to you today and implement them in a certain fashion, you could win outright a brand new Tesla. More details on that here in a bit. But first, I'm going to prove to you once and for all how I'm creating more wealth quicker for more people than anybody ever has in the history of the whole internet. Plus, why the opportunity to start right now is actually better than it's ever been. Now I have a unique position and a unique set of qualifications to be able to do this. If you look really closely at this picture, that guy right there with the arrow pointing to his head, that's me, Jason Fladlien, and I'm surrounded in a hallway at a very high-level event with many, many, many successful people. And this is during a break, and look at them follow me around, and it's not because of my good looks, it's because I mention things in passing that have made people a lot of money. I have unique insights into situations related to the transference of value for money on the internet. And with this specific opportunity, wowzers. I can make the claims that I make because I have personally mentored more of these types of millionaires than anyone else on the planet. You say, what type of millionaires? Well, I'm going to tell you here in a second. I already had an 8-figure information publishing business when I first was turned on to this opportunity a couple of years ago. And so it was very hard for me to pause and to put aside what is already making me a multimillionaire. But sometimes you got to put aside what's good for what's even better than good, right? And what I did is I said, I'm not going to do this alone. I'm going to bring in some of my favorite customers with me, people I care dearly about, and I convinced more people to go in with me on this opportunity than anybody else on the whole planet. And many of these people have since become millionaires. No joke, following the methods I'm going to lay out for you. One of these such individuals' name is Max, and him and his brother Morgan got into this together. They had to borrow money to get started. I didn't know that at the time. I only found out later. But hey, it paid off for them at least, because they're doing over $200,000. This year, they'll probably hit over $300,000 a month, as this is kind of an old screenshot. And then there's Marty here, who started last year on August 4th with a whopping $119.88. And then, just look, less than a year later, he's over $50,000 a month. Not bad for being in the game for less than a year. Todd is doing $100,000 with really just 2 products. That's it. James, $100,000 a month. That's $1.2 million per year. Did that in less than 18 months. Mario still has a full-time job doing over $100,000 per month. A single month of sales for Liz is over $400,000, and Charles over $400,000. Nigel started, and within 9 months, he had his £1 million business, which is closer to $2 million, getting started with us here. And Christiana, year to date for this year, $1 million, hasn't even been in the game 2 years. This is the one I'm actually most excited about. And I'll explain to you why after you get the proper context. But what is it? What is this opportunity? And why am I turning so many people onto it and making them so unbelievably successful that it defies anything that you've ever seen before? Well, you might have guessed it. I help these people start selling real-world physical products of all sorts on Amazon. Simply getting them up, getting them going, helping and empowering them to sell private label physical products on Amazon. And that's the magic. Well, it's not exactly the magic. That's the vehicle. The magically lies in the details. You're going to get those details today. But yes, this is the place where supposedly all the good products have already been taken and have already been discovered. And yes, this is supposedly where it costs too much money to get your own business up and going on Amazon. And yes, it's so unbelievably risky if you're going to do this right. And yes, the gold rush is over and you missed it. Oh, please spare me. None of these things are true. Okay, these are things that people put into their mind to cheat them out of good opportunities, to cheat them out of becoming better than themselves. And I refuse to listen to that crap, but I recommend you refuse to listen to it as well. And instead, make your own decisions based upon the information that is in front of you. How about this piece of information right here? This comes from TechCrunch and many other places out there, many other reputable sources. Amazon's third-party sellers shipped record-breaking 2 billion items in 2014, but merchant numbers stay flat. What does that mean? It means that third-party sellers, which you and I will be on Amazon together, are selling billions of items. But the overall blip of additional merchants coming in is basically a flat line. The growth of the sales is happening, but the growth of new merchants coming into the space is so minuscule, it doesn't even register. So, who do you believe? Do you believe the facts, the logic, or do you believe the emotion in the marketplace, right? Believe it or not, I'm going to prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that when you do Amazon the way I show you, not the way somebody else shows you, and there's a lot of people who think they can show you. No. The way I show you, the opportunity for you to start with nothing and build $1 million plus business in 12 months is actually better than it's ever been. Now, before all that, here are the challenges I'm going to face today as I try to get through to you with the power and the urgency of this amazing opportunity. Here's my challenges. You are afraid to take a chance that requires a little bit of money and a little bit more time. Yes, you're going to have to put in some work. And yes, you're going to have to put in some capital. I mean, come on now. Amazing transformations don't happen unless you put in a little bit and step up a little bit, right? But you're scared and you're afraid to, and I understand that and I appreciate that. I won't accept it, but I do understand it. I do also understand that you've been confused by the supposed experts who constantly contradict each other and jockey for positionings. Here's how we end this. Show the results. Put the money on the table. And let's compare. That's how we figure out who's really who and who's just pretending. I also know you've experienced failure far more often than success when attempting to gain your financial independence, especially with anything related to making money online. Hey, I've been there. Same thing with me. And to this very day, the failures haunt me, but I never let them limit me. And I was able to attain my financial independence, and I've helped so many others, and my hope is that you're going to be the next one. My challenge, though, is I know you let unknown stop you from moving forward because it's uncertainty that makes you feel uncomfortable. Things like, well, I'm from here, so this can't work for me, or I don't have these skills, so this can't work for me, or I don't have the current ability to invest or the time to put into this. Phooey. I'm not going to let those things stop you because I know that those things are false. You're too skeptical for your own good. I'm not asking for believability. I'm asking for you to listen with an open mind and then make the decision. You think I don't have enough time, but we all have the same amount of time. You know that. I know that. The big one, you want to know what's in it for me. Why trust the shovel seller? Why is this stuff so good? Would I share it even with you? Why wouldn't I hoard it and selfishly keep it to myself? Let's make a deal. Here's my end of the deal. I will give you the very best, most effective, most actionable, most enlightening insights to attempt to turn you into an Amazon millionaire. Here's your end of the deal. Give it your full, undivided, and most importantly, unbiased attention. Then if it makes sense, it makes sense. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Do we have a deal? I want you to nod your head up and down. I want you to feel it in the heart. Does that make sense to you? Do we have a deal? Let's get the first big one out of the way. Why would I even be selling shovels if there's so much gold to dig? In other words, why am I working so hard to help empower you to take advantage of this opportunity, which by all scientific analysis is the single greatest wealth opportunity of the 21st century? There's 3 reasons. First reason, if you make money, I make money, and I like making money. While I'll never get a percentage or a stake or an equity in your business, I do get the ability to sell you more personalized coaching in the future once you get to 6 and 7 figures. That's where I make all my money, helping people go from 7 to 8. I just need more people to go to 7 first before we take them to 8. That's where my experience lays. Secondly, even though I'm arguably the foremost expert in the world at doing this thing, selling on Amazon with physical products, I only know about 1% of all there is to know. The more I know, the more I realize I don't know that much. And I learn just as much from my customers as they do from me. We play off the same game plan, but we all have these amazing breakthroughs, and we share them with each other and we make each other better, which makes us all more money. Now, here's the third reason. Why does Picasso paint? Good question, right? For whatever reason, and I don't even fully understand it, I'm just unnaturally good at this. I'm better at helping people with this than anything else that I've ever experienced in my life. And so I do it just because I want to. Simple as that. Now, why Amazon? Well, here's the deal. 15 out of every $100 spent online is spent on Amazon.com. If you're attempting financial independence and you're using the internet and you're not using Amazon, that's like running a race with just one leg. Why? Also, Amazon has a lot of room for growth. People think just because it's doing so many billions of dollars each month that it's going to hit a ceiling. Well, it's a small slice of total overall commerce, 0.74%. However, even though it's a total tiny little slice of overall commerce, online it rules. The second biggest company is Apple, and they're 1/4 the size of Amazon in terms of internet sales. Walmart is third, and they're almost nothing. And basically, if you added up everybody else in the top 10, they don't hold a candle to Amazon. And it's not like Amazon's stalling. Every year they're getting better. In fact, in 2014, 22.76% of all their total shoppers were brand new shoppers. Isn't that incredible? And you think a couple thousand or a couple hundred new sellers on Amazon is going to really screw all this up? Look at how many new customers there are, and look how many more there are going to be. On Prime Day earlier this year, July 15th, a day I will never forget, was Amazon's 20th anniversary. Prime acquired 44 million members in the United States. So Amazon Prime members, 44 new million Prime members in a single fell swoop. And here's the other deal. Business Insider and many other sites have said more and more Amazon Prime members start their product searches on Amazon, not Google. 300% year-over-year increase versus 53% on other accounts. And this is Prime members specifically. Sales growth on Amazon's marketplace crushes eBay. 27% increase, where eBay only had a 6.8%. Amazon's 2014 holiday sees mobile shopping approach 60% of total volume. People, if they're buying online these days, are buying on mobile devices, and there's no easier place to buy online through a mobile device than on Amazon. Why Amazon? It's like playing poker at a table full of rich, dumb as rocks players. In other words, you don't have to be perfect to be profitable. I have many people like Gil here says, I don't know anybody in the U.S. because she's not from the U.S. I can't get friends and family to review my products. So she starts running sponsored ads on Amazon anyway. Advertising cost to sell is 9%. Do you suppose it's profitable to her? Very profitable. She's probably making 30-40% profit after advertising. She says, I'm tired of these Facebook ads. I tried them. Didn't work for me. I tried YouTube stuff. Didn't work for me. Over the last 6 months, my sales have grown for this ordinary household tool. And I'm just amazed every day that people are buying it. Hasn't even got a second product up yet. She's getting ready for Christmas. Smart lady Gil is here. She says, and this is the most important part of all, when I first started, there was a massive doubt that I could be successful. Now I know it's possible. Just wanted to share this because it really is changing my life. There's something to that makes me feel really good. Also, Gil is a paying customer of mine, so it makes me money as well. So if you want to know what's in it for me, both of those things are in it for me. But here's the most important thing. The most important thing right here. She says, I didn't know it was possible that people would buy an ordinary household tool. But when there's hundreds of millions of them, and you can just get in front of them, they'll buy anything. And Todd has that experience. He says, far from my goal, but I'm proud of it. 100,000, I would be too. And Brandon, he's also proud of it. Check this out here. Thank you to Jason Fladlien and Wilson Matos for convincing me to pull the trigger on this. I get it. I get it. Success on Amazon can come unbelievably quick. Rainier here. Just started this month. $2,500. The first month. Deepak, 5 weeks, $10,000. Marcos, 22 sales in a single day, just started 2 weeks ago. Aaron, day 32, $27,000. Kim Marie, started on 11/23/2014, 21 days later hit $18,000. Justin, 30 days, $10,000. David starts August 26th, $17. September 18th, $5,000 later. Matthew, $5,000 first month. Ching Ping, $7,400 some odd dollars first month. Product goes live. So much for it takes forever, right? Plus, huge quick windfalls are possible at a level that you will not see anywhere else. Where else are people getting $100,000 months? $25,000 weeks just like that. The beautiful thing about Amazon is they've minimized what I call the labor pains to have the baby. Specifically, you can sell on Amazon.com anywhere in the world. I have customers in over 60 different countries that sell on Amazon.com. Amazon processes, ships, picks, packs, handles all the support for the first level, and even takes the payments on your behalf for you. Talk about handling the labor pains, right? They pay you like clockwork every 14 days direct to your bank account. And it's really nice getting something like this. $64,110.92 we were paid just recently from one of our accounts on Amazon. Not bad for 2 weeks. And that's pure dollars in the bank. Customers who buy your product get free shipping. You can sell to Amazon Prime customers, who are the most lucrative, easy to sell to segment on the whole damn internet. Now, if I could show you a wide open way you could exploit selling on Amazon that is only possible with me, and you feel it's within your financial means, ability, and time constraints to do so, will you at least try it if the downside is so small and the upside is almost unlimited? Will you do that for me? Will you at least try it? You don't have to donate the kidney. Just dip the toe in the water. Just like Omri did here. And just like Jeremy did here. Now, Jeremy says something very important. I've learned so much from all of you. I kind of like this Amazon thing. It can be super stressful at times, but I've just been following along and working it every single day. It ain't rainbows and unicorns all the time. Otherwise, it would be too good to be true. There's going to be some challenges. There's going to be some day-to-day hassles and stresses. Is it worth $50,000 a month just like that? Or $90-some thousand a month, just like Sean and Kelly? Or Philip spending his daughter's college money to get started. Is it worth it? You ask him. And ask David here. He says, 6 weeks I was doing in 30 days what I now do in 7. Third and fourth products now in the pipeline as well. Just starting, just getting going. It seems as simple as this at the end of the day. Get a product, get it private labeled, get it on Amazon, get exposure. Now, it seems as simple as that. The devil is in the details. But at the end of the day, if you want to simplify it, get a product, get a private label, get it on Amazon, get exposure. Listen, just because it's simple doesn't mean that there ain't going to be some challenges along the way as you work this process. Here's some of the challenges you're going to face, or most likely will face at some point in time as we get you going and get you making money on Amazon. Sourcing products overseas. I'm assuming you have no experience in that. That's a learning curve, right? Being a no-name brand, nobody's ever heard of you. Why would they buy from you? You're going to run out of inventory probably at one time or another, and that's painful because you can't make no money if you don't have any inventory, right? You might have product quality issues. And so when you get your samples out there and when you do some QA testing, you say, oh, we got to go back to the supplier and got to fix them. You might have production delays. You might get people who don't like the fact that you're making so many sell so fast, and then they have people give you 1-star reviews simply because they're your competition. That happens, all right? You have to deal with seller central support. God bless them. They try their best, but the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing on Amazon. And sometimes you'll have to call back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to get something answered. It's not perfect. Doesn't need to be. It's still extremely effective in spite of these limitations here. Can you handle that? Can you deal with it? Here's the question. Is it worth it? Ask Chuck. We had a million reasons not to do this, but we made the decision to go ahead anyway. Even with extensive travel over the last couple of years, we built a retirement income that most people would give their right arm to as a regular annual income. We're going to cut back on travel this year to concentrate on building a multi-million-dollar empire to pass on to our heirs. Chuck's one of my customers. I love Chuck. Get a product, get it private labeled, get it on Amazon, get exposures. In other words, it starts with a product. And ideally, the product is... This is the criteria here. This is important that you understand this. Private labeled, has an acceptable profit margin, has an ease to market, and a product gap. You say, okay, Jason, I understand it's an integral part to have a product on Amazon. Here's the criteria. Private labeled, acceptable profit margin, ease to market, product gap. So, Jason, what exactly do you mean by private labels? Sometimes I mean just the label. These all could be the exact same supplement, with the only difference being that the manufacturer slaps a different label on for each different vendor or each different seller. That's a private label. And each one of these are their own private label, and each one of these are basically the owner of this brand. Sometimes it's a logo. Sometimes the only thing that differentiates two products on Amazon is a logo that's imprinted on the product. That's a private label. Sometimes it's the box that the product goes in. That's a private label. Sometimes it is a slight modification. Here's 3 different yoga mats with 3 different ways to carry the yoga mat. These are all private labels. You say, Jason, where do I start with private labeling? There's 3 and only 3 places I ever mess with: Google, Alibaba, and Upwork. Google is simple as product type plus private label, or product type plus supplier, or product type plus wholesale. This should be simple stuff to understand. Okay? I am assuming that this is really easy for you to comprehend and easy to follow. The magic isn't in private labeling a product. The magic is in the process, but we need the private label product first. So blank private label, such as hammock tree strap private label, or anti-frizz shampoo supplier, or high-mounted brake light wholesale. Second place is, if you don't want to go to Google, you can simply go straight to Alibaba. Mostly Chinese suppliers, although not exclusively Chinese suppliers, and you can enter in your search term here, such as yoga mat. You can go to Upwork.com and type in something like procurement agent or sourcing agent, and you can find people that live in the countries you'd like to source who speak English at the very least amongst the other languages that they speak, and you can pay them 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour, and they can come back to you with a whole bunch of different products and manufacturers and suppliers for your own private labeled product. And by the way, it's really cool to tell your wife, to tell your friends, to tell your husband, to tell your kids, that's our product. That's our brand. That's who we are. I don't care where you actually source the product from. We source product from the United States. We source products from China. I've had customers sourcing from Japan, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Peru, Lithuania, United Kingdom, South Korea, India, and many, many other countries. Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't really even matter exactly what the private label product is itself. Just that it's private labeled and has an acceptable profit margin, has ease to market, and product gap. I sell products I've never used in my life, but I take the money I make from them And then I buy products that I do use as a consumer. So how do we calculate profit margin? Because you can't make money if you have none left over after you do all your expenses. It's very, very simple. Retail price minus Amazon's fees minus your per unit total cost on every product sold. So let's do an example here. So these are some resistance bands, and they retail at $29.99 on Amazon. So what's their profitability? So let's plug it in. Retail price is $29.99 less the Amazon fees, which they're going to take for handling and messing around with all your inventory so you never have to touch it, minus your per unit cost. So where do we discover this? So Amazon, and by the way, the program that we use to sell on Amazon is called Fulfillment by Amazon, FBA. They have this thing called an FBA calculator. So you can take a product, you can put it in here, you put in your retail price, and Amazon will tell you exactly all the expenses that you will pay every time that unit is sold. So on a $29.95 set of resistance bands, this particular set, $8.59 is going to go to Amazon. That's a lot of money, but hey, you don't have to run your own factory, your own distribution center, none of that stuff, right? So you say, okay, got it. That's Amazon's fees. What about per unit cost? Well, you can go to places like Alibaba or go to the places I mentioned earlier, and you can see these things can range from $1 a piece to $6 a piece to $9 a piece and anything and everything in between. Now, a lot of these bands, I can tell you by firsthand experience, are going to cost you between $3 to $5 for a small minimum order quantity to get started. And plus, you can basically double that price in shipping, and you'll be more than fine with those numbers. So this is ridiculously conservative. I doubt you would ever pay more than $10 per unit, including all total costs, but let's just be on the safe side. If you retail this product for $29.99 minus Amazon's fees, minus per unit cost, it's $11.36 net profit per sale. You sell 10 of these a day, you're making $110.36. This is roughly about a 35% profit margin. The math on this kind of stuff is fun. I'm a firm believer in setting your goal first and then working backwards to it. We call this backing into the number, right? One product selling at $29, 5 units a day at a 35% profit margin. That is net profit in your pocket, $18,523.75 per year. How hard is it to sell 5 units a day? Well, how hard do you think it is with the right tools and resources and advantages and insider information? If you have one product at $29 selling 10 units a day, that's $37,000 profit. One product selling 20 units a day is $74,000 net profit. Life's pretty good, and that's only just a single product. Just one product. Here's the real question. How do you make 5, 10, 20 or more sales per day on your Amazon product? I promise you, you will know exactly how to do this by the end of this hangout. Let me give you another example. You say, Jason, $30 sounds like a lot. Maybe I want to go on the very low end here. Okay, well, here's something else for you here. $10.28 for basically where you can put devices, mobile devices and other types of devices such as detectors on this mat and they won't fall over. So if you're retailing for $10.28 minus Amazon fees and per unit cost, what are you looking at here? You plug this into the calculator and you're paying $3.54 per unit. You say, Jason, there's got to be no money left over in this thing, right? Well, hold on here. We got to see how much this is going to cost per unit. On a place like AliExpress, which is some of the easiest ways to get started, a 200 order minimum quantity to begin is going to cost you $94 whopping dollars. Plus shipping using EMS is $128.02. You can get free shipping if you want to wait 60 days. I don't recommend it. Go crazy. Treat yourself to the expense of $128.02, and you've now just bought 200 units for $222.02. And they said it's very expensive and costly to get started in this business. Now, who the hell is they, right? They're either trying to sell you something or they don't really know. So the profit margin on this would look like this: $10.28 minus $3.54 minus $1.11 per unit. It's $5.63 net profit per sale. And by the way, those costs all go down over time. So your net profit increases over time. But even at the worst it's ever going to be, I think we can make some money with that, right? $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a year, pretty much on autopilot with the right approach. It starts with the private label product. We got to make sure it has an acceptable profit margin. The third consideration here is ease to market and then the product gap. Ease to market, these are the factors we look at. Turnaround time, minimum order quantity, packaging considerations, and product support. Meaning, are you going to have to do a lot of post-sale customer hand-holding to make sure that they're satisfied? These are considerations, right? So let me give you some real-world examples. So here's a product. This is an amber necklace. Sample time, if you wanted to order this to check out the quality, is 7 days. The minimum order quantity is 500 pieces to get started with a private label. By the way, those are negotiable. You can often negotiate for less. Production time is 20 days. And there are abilities to do some customization. So if you want to stand out or differentiate or do something to position yourself different from every other Amazon seller, there you go. It will take you about a month to get this product to the market. Yeah, it's not instant. But I'll tell you what, a lot of people try these instant things, and none of them have the results that my clients do. Let's take a look at something else here. Here's another product. This is a magnifying glass, a spheric magnifier. You would not believe how many of these people buy on Amazon every day, day in and day out. Sample time, 3 to 7 days, depending on what type of sample you want. Minimum order quantity, 1,000 pieces. Again, negotiable. Production time, 12 days. And it has customization options. You could get this to market in less than 21 days from talking to a supplier. So I guess that is pretty quick, right? There's also here something like a coffee mug warmer, which sells pretty damn good. Sample time 2 to 5 days. Minimum order quantity 500 pieces. Production time 7 to 10 days. Customization options. Again, you could get this thing to market extremely fast. The goal isn't to get to market as fast as humanly possible. The goal is just to make it easy and simple for you to get this product up and going so you can make money with it. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't send you any money for a product that doesn't exist yet with your private label brand slapped on it. But it starts with a product with the right profit margin and an ease to market. And finally, and this is what I believe to be the most important thing about your product, a product gap. You say, Jason, what does that mean? Here is the criteria. Are a lot of people actively searching for this type of product on Amazon? And or are there few adequate solutions on Amazon? And or is it easy to put in front of shoppers who would buy it from you simply if you told them it existed? These are wonderful questions to ask yourself, and there's only 3 of them. And really, if 1 hits, you probably got a decent product. If 2 hits, you probably got a pretty good product. If all 3 hits, now you're talking. But I only want 1. I'll take 2, and if I come across 3, awesome. But just take a look at Theo here. So Theo was selling on Amazon.co.uk because he's from England. Just sent 180 units to Amazon.com, ready to expand into USA. No reviews. Nothing priced high. $5 to $10 above competition, right? No reviews, nothing. And he's saying priced higher than the competition. Sold 2 units. Just instantly. Crazy to show what an optimized listing with good images do. You think we're going to talk about that? You're damn right we are. And Tad, who I like, this guy's pretty cool. He says, hey, Theo, I hear you. I just got an order after being out for a week, so he ran out of inventory. And so his bestseller ranking, which Amazon measures, 10,000 to 250,000, still not showing any inventory, but still ranking, sold 4 today at full price, no ads, no promotions, just sales. Can't explain it. This is an example of a product gap, where literally, if you just put it on there, people come and find it and buy off of it. So the way that most people typically do this when they're starting is Amazon publishes the 100 bestsellers in all their top level categories. And you can go through there, you can click through there, that can trigger ideas and say if people are buying products, what other products like these products might they consider buying? And then you can kind of play with it each way and every way that you can possible. And you can even go down further and target some mathematical formulas on what's a good bestseller to rank, what isn't. You can, you don't necessarily have to. Okay, it's just one example. But they will show you. Here's the Amazon bestseller rank, and it's updated every single hour on Amazon, so you can exactly see what different products people are already buying and proving thus demand on Amazon for. That's one way to do it. We do it that way sometimes. It's not my main consideration anymore, but hey, it's a consideration. And so, for example, you can see these are baby sound machines. They all have different Amazon bestseller rank, 204 in health and personal care, 570 in baby, 1184 in baby. You can extrapolate very easily based upon the category in the bestseller rank what they're selling per day. And then if you see a lot of them selling a lot per day, could be a good product. Here's an example of some of the very popular products that are selling on Amazon, such as these portable power banks. There's often, many of them are selling 200, 300, 400 a day. People are making, Anchor, for example, top does over $100 million a year on Amazon. Just a company out of nowhere, right? Weird stuff like LED lanterns selling 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. There's also Amazon subcategories. So check out this subcategory. Pet supplies, dogs, collars, harnesses and leashes, harnesses, vest harnesses. You got to ask yourself, if Amazon has a specific category for a product such as vest harnesses, if you sell a dog vest harness, do you think just maybe there's something to that? And in fact, if you know where to look, Amazon calls these browse tree guides. I don't even know what the hell that means, but I do know this. This is one of the examples in the home and garden. There's 930 plus different subcategories just in home and garden alone. Shovels. There's this many categories in Amazon with shovels in them. Ice climbing snow shovels is a whole category on Amazon. Regular shovels, camping shovels, pet waste shovels, snow shovels, pet waste bag and shovel sets, fireplace shovels. There is 7 different categories on Amazon just related to shovels. Vitamins, there's a tremendous amount. Nose. There's needle nose pliers, there's square nose end mills, there's ball nose end mills, there's swimming nose clips, nose and ear hair trimmers, round nose spring plunger, hex nose spring plunger, and on and on and on. There are so many different categories in Amazon, and these are basically just identifying themselves as saying, look at me. Maybe there's some demand here. Maybe I should consider these as products if everything else makes sense. Seriously, let's not overcomplicate it here. I have backtracked and studied all of my successful sellers on Amazon. And they just see products and they say, I bet people would buy this every day on Amazon. And it just doesn't get much more scientific than that. Darren and Julie, I love these people. I met them. I spent some time with them. The sweetest Southern couple you'll ever meet. Last I talked to them, they were doing over $70,000 per month on Amazon selling very obscure products. I only know what products they sell because they're customers of mine, and I got them started at Amazon, and I will not tell you ever what they are, but you would not believe me if I told you how weird and how you're like, people buy that product? Well, they buy it enough. They buy it enough that I probably contributed to getting their son in trouble because a teacher asked them one day, Darren and Julie's son, to draw a picture of what they would like to do when they grow up and how they would, create their job or their business or whatever. And he writes, I could work in my PJs. In 4 months, I would have more money than a teacher. I would rent houses out and sell them to people. And if you look really close there, it shows them on the computer, real estate and Amazon. Because his answer was, I just watch what my mom and dad do. They just sit in the house. They came from real estate and now they're doing Amazon. And he says that to the teacher. You know what the teacher does? Punishes him. Can you believe that? And so many people are going to try to punish you and try to put you down. When you say, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to sell physical products private labeled on Amazon, they're going to look at you weird. Pay them no attention. They will cheat you and they will hold you down to where they're at. Do not let them. Another place I like to go for ideas is sites like Choxy.com. Choxy is a $700 million a year company. They're pretty good at picking products to get deals on and run daily deals. So I just scroll down here in Choxy. I can find 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 really good products in 20 minutes just like that. Zulily, this is another massive, close to $1 billion a year business selling physical products online. And you could go through here and this could trigger ideas. You could look on Amazon and say, seems like I could sell 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 units of this a day. And you're off to the races. Now, by the way, if you're selling on Amazon, it doesn't mean you can't sell on places like Zulily and places like Choxy. There's also this service, many services like this that will tell you what the most watched eBay items are. And if there's lots of people watching these items, it means people are looking to buy them online. And since Amazon is crushing eBay, if they're looking on eBay, I guarantee you there's lots of people also looking on Amazon. Here's the real question. Once you create a list of potential products, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to create a list and say, wow, look at all these interesting products that I could sell on Amazon. Then you just ask yourself, do you suppose it would sell at least a few days a few a day or more rather easily? Are people buying similar products even though they suck? Because if people are buying not very good products, we can beat them. Is it possible to Woody Allen it? You say, Jason, what does that mean? Here's what this means. Woody Allen said 80% of winning is showing up. Is it possible to Woody Allen it? I'm not going to say you're going to count on that, but is it a possibility? If so, you got a good product. Simple as that. Here's an example. Spy pen. Look at the very first result on page 1 of Amazon when somebody types in the search term spy pen. A customer goes to look to buy a spy pen. Here's the first one. Only 13 reviews. What does that tell you? Probably hasn't been here very long. Okay? Here's the second one. 3 reviews, number 6 in all of Amazon when I took the screenshot, which was very recent for spy pen. And here's another one with 1 single review on page 1 of Amazon. And here's another one with 0 reviews. You tell me, with the right approach, could you be selling 5, 10, 15, 20 spy pens per day, making 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, $200,000 a year selling stupid little spy pens, right? Wall outlet safe. This is a real cool product. This product has the cool effect. If you put this in front of the right people, and it's very easy to do that, they'll say, wow, this is neat, and they'll impulse purchase this. Here's the first result on Amazon. It has 3 stars and only 10 left in stock. Here's another one. 2 reviews. Brand new, hideous looking thing. Here's another one. 3 stars again. Here's another one. 1.5 stars. Are you kidding me? All of them use the same picture, by the way. We call this a product gap. Here's another one, baby earrings. Look at this one right here. These things sell for 30, 40 bucks in a lot of instances, even though there's just a couple dollars to private label. It's only got 30-some reviews. I can show you how to get that without even trying. That just means it's pretty new, and it's already at the top of Amazon on page 1 for the search term baby earrings. Here's another one with just 20. Here's another one with just 8. All of these are right there above right there in front of the customer. A customer says, I want to buy baby earrings. They go to Amazon on their phone or they go to Amazon on their computer. And if you're showing up when they're looking, how can you not make money? Especially the way that we position you. Here's another one, plant watering spike. Found this on Choxy. I'm very excited about this. Here's the first one, 2.5 stars. Rated 3rd on Amazon in the search results. When somebody types in the search term plant watering spike. Here's another one, just 2 and only 1 left in stock. Here's another one, 0 reviews. We call this a product gap. Anti-frizz shampoo. Shampoo as an industry is so unbelievably massive, it's insane. Well, here's the 4th result in all of Amazon. 12 single reviews, hardly any left in stock. We call this a product gap. I don't care if you're a no-name brand. You could go into this market and begin to dominate. Now, here's the funny thing. I've shown anti-frizz before over a year and a half ago, and nobody took advantage of it, and the market is still wide open. People are worried about opportunity. We're awash in so much of it. We can't even come close. We don't even move the needle in terms of all these new products that are coming out every single day that we can sell. We can't keep up, but we can get rich, even though we'll never be able to keep up with all the opportunity that exists on Amazon. Foot tambourine. It's silly, but people are selling 20, 30 units of this stuff a day. But here's somebody number 3 in all of Amazon, 1 review. Here's somebody with 0 reviews. The person right next to them, also 0 reviews. Hammock, a 1-word search term. Boom. 5th result on all of Amazon on page 1 when somebody searches for a hammock, 2.5 stars. You tell me what this is. This is a product gap. Here's somebody with 1 review, 11 left in stock, brand new, just listed. We call this a product gap. Portable dog carrier, 3 reviews, 2.5 stars. This was something else I mentioned a year ago, and nobody is taking advantage of it. 3 stars, 11 reviews. 7 reviews, 3.5 stars. We call this a product gap. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. This should send shivers down your spine when you think about it. One single product, say you retail at $19, 18 units per day, $10,000 plus monthly revenue. Profit margins can be anywhere between 30 and 60% any day of the week. One product, $24 a day, 14 units per day, that's $10,000 right there. One product, $37.77, you only got to sell 9 units per day for a $10,000 a month. That's a 6-figure a year business. And we're just getting warmed up. The hardest it will ever be is when you only have one product. The first product is the worst product because you're learning while you're earning. The worst product is the first product because you don't have a brand yet. You don't have the ability for people who say, I like that product by that person over there. Let's see what else they got. The good news is tons of people crush it with just a single product. Raul is one of my favorite examples. Raul Mesa, father of 4, full-time nurse at a critical care unit, getting his bachelor's degree, so he's a part-time student. He's very active in his local community and his church, and just an all-around wonderful human being. I interviewed him last year because something that he said struck a chord with me. And this is what Raul said. He says, here's the thing. Everything you guys told me was true. This thing starts winding up. It took me maybe 5 weeks to make my first $1,000 in sales. It probably took me another 2 weeks to double that. In fact, I hit my 2K badge probably just slightly less than 2 weeks after I hit my 1K badge. Here I am hoping for the real $1,500, which was a big deal to me. I set a goal. I said from here to my birthday, which was about 2 months afterwards, I got to average 3 sales a day. 3! That's it. That's my goal. Because according to my margins, if I average just 3 sales a day, I make $1,500. So my goal was to do that by my birthday. Well, my birthday came, and I actually hit $7,000 in sales. What is not said here, but was on the interview, was Raul had to make a deal with his wife to get started with me. And she says, honey, you've never made any money with all these weird harebrained schemes that you've been following in the past. Just show me $500 by the end of the month. And Raul says, okay. His personal goal is 15, but he said 500. Where's Raul at? He's got up to $40,000 a month. But when I last asked him, $24,017.85. Couldn't happen to a better person. This is what's powerful. This is what's possible. Here's what's important. Once you get a product up and selling, consider expanding your product line. The good news is you don't have to be an Einstein to figure this stuff out. Amazon just tells you. They show you on your own listing, frequently bought together. Instead of you and a competitor, it can be you and you. What other items do customers buy after viewing this item? If it's a very good idea, if people are finding and buying you after viewing other people's items, you should sell those items as well. Customers who bought this also bought that. Amazon tells you exactly what your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth product. That's why the first product is the worst product. That's why the first product is the hardest product. And yet you've seen what's possible. 2 products doing $30 a piece, 17 units a day is $30,000 in monthly revenue. 3 products doing 21 per product with 22 units a day is $41,000 a month. Now you can see why my people are doing so well. 4 products, $29, 15 units is over $50,000 a month. George, $20,000. By July, he hits his first $100,000. He says, I want to give a serious shout out to Jason Fladlien and Ben Cummings. Your guys' tips, trainings, and tricks are worth their weight in gold. We're so excited by these results just from 2 products, that's it, that we can't wait for our other 6 to take off as well, because he ordered 6 more after that. So glad we brought through us Rapid Crush, which is my company. It really does give you the edge. Think about that. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start with 1 product. The question likely on your mind at this point is, Jason, what's my upfront cost? Because I got to pay for it before I start selling it and making money back on it, right? That's absolutely correct. Product cost, shipping costs, branding, and design costs. These are the 3 major costs that you're going to have to take into consideration. You can get a good idea before you ever make an order. You can go to a place like Alibaba.com, type in something like, for example, these baby earrings. These are 10K gold, and you're going to probably pay $3, $4, $5 a pair. And shipping on this is so ridiculously cheap, especially even Air Express shipping. Let's just say you pay $6 a unit. That's it. You get started with nothing. What about branding and design costs? I'm guessing you're not a graphic designer, so here's your options. Sometimes the manufacturer will do the design for you. I don't recommend it because they're not very good. But hey, if that's the only solution, that's the only solution. Still can make it work. Fiverr.com. You're going to spend anywhere between $5 to $50 there. Upwork, if you want to kind of shorten the time frame but spend a little bit more money up front, or definitely shorten the time frame as short as possible and get the highest quality work, you can go to 99designs.com. Fiverr, basically, you go here, you type in something like label design, and there's many, many good designers that'll pay $5. That you can pay $5 to get started too. Upwork, these are even higher quality designers. And you can see their rates range from anywhere from $11 to $33 an hour or even more, right? 99 Designs is a crowdsourcing way to get your design done. Basically, several different 20, 30, or 40 different designers will give you an example of what your label can look like, and then you award a winner. Now, do you suppose that even if you only have a few $100s to start on your initial inventory order, to place your first order to get it on Amazon, that you can make it happen. You ever heard the saying, well, there's a will, there's a way? Yeah. No, it's not ideal. I don't want you to order 2.5 units and get the cheapest, crappiest product that exists out there, right? I want you to go in what you can do. But the cool thing is I don't want to ever hear you say, Jason, I'd only do it if blank. Because there is no if blank. You either want to do it or you're scared. It's simple as that. And even if you're scared, I'm going to make you do it anyway because I know what it's going to do for you. The process is simple. Get a product, get it private label, get it on Amazon, and then get exposure. We're halfway there. Now, the magic has yet to come in yet. There's some powerful stuff I still have for you, but already you got a pretty good serious edge over most people. Now let's get it to Amazon. The technical process is super simple to end up with a listing that would look something like this. So this is a full-on, I can buy this product off Amazon today type of listing. So Amazon service, which is called Fulfillment by Amazon, because they fulfill everything for you. Once you sign up, email address, password, click sign in. Then you go into your back office here. Under the inventory menu item, you're going to click add a product. This will create a new listing for you. There's lots of fields here. Most of these you can skip. The main critical fields are product name, because that's what's going to show up here, whatever you type in there. The images, and those things you just upload, and they're going to show up over here. And by the way, if you say, gee, Jason, I don't know how to make images, go to upgradedimages.com. You're going to pay $20 per image, something ridiculous like that, and they'll give you a professional-looking, amazing image. It's the best resource that I know of, right? Key product features. You're going to fill out these 5 fields, and then they're going to show up right here. Then, product description. Whatever you put in here is going to show up a little farther down on the listing in this area right here, product description. Lastly, this is a very important field, search terms. You're going to fill these out because these can influence how you show up in the search results on Amazon, as well as with Amazon sponsored ads, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. Those are the critical spots. There's a few other fields that I'll tell you what to do and how to fill those out, but don't you agree with me that you can do that? That is pretty simple for you to wrap your head around and be able to say, gee, Jason, especially if you had click and point and do this and do that type of training and instruction and resources available, that, yeah, I think I can get up and going. I know you can. Now, here's the other cool thing. After you create your listing, you can then get the shipping label from Amazon and email it over to your manufacturer. And your manufacturer can send it directly to Amazon once you set up the listing. You don't ever have to handle inventory. The only inventory you'll ever handle really is a sample or two of your product. Now, if you want to get in there and inspect every single unit, you can. I don't recommend it, though. We can get inspection done for less than $100 if you're freaked out about that. On-site inspection, right? You don't have to touch inventory. You don't have to inspect it most cases. You just have the manufacturer send it directly to Amazon and you're up and going and you're in business. This is how we do it in the real world, right? Get the product, get it private label, get it on Amazon, get exposure. Now this is the secret sauce. This is the make or the break. This is, making a couple thousand a month or making over 100,000 a month type of stuff. I want you to consider the following. Amazon third-party sellers ship record-breaking 2 billion items in 2014, but merchant numbers stay flat. So there are more customers than ever on Amazon buying stuff, and there's easier ways and more powerful ways than ever of reaching those customers. Yet the merchant number is staying flat on the scale of things. Isn't that exciting? So it's wide open for us. Amazon's rising tide lifts marketplace sellers. Merchants selling on Amazon accounted for a record 45% of units sold. And they account for an even larger share of the dollars consumers are spending on Amazon sites. Third-party sellers, you and me, we are selling and creating more sales of products than anybody else. We are driving Amazon. Amazon needs us. Amazon rewards us if we understand Amazon and help Amazon achieve their goals. Amazon keeps rewarding us. The better we do for them, the more things Amazon has rolled out. Here's some things they've rolled out just in the last few months. Amazon lending. So Amazon offered us $55,000 and they say, just pay us back $56,000. It was the best rate of a loan I'd ever seen in my life because Amazon knows the numbers. They know for a fact we're going to get paid. So they want you to grow your business. So if you say, gee, Jason, I don't know how I'm going to go and build a multi-million-dollar business, trust me, Amazon's going to find a way to help you. And this is all over the world they're rolling this out to. Here was something phenomenal that just happened last month that has completely given those in the know, which you will be here very shortly, it's given us such an amazing advantage. I've never seen it before on Amazon. With their Amazon sponsored ad system, there's a brand new change that they just made that's just going to make us all a tremendous amount of money. It's so exciting, which is funny because even the old way, the limiting way of doing it on Amazon, people like Tejas here, August 20th, starts out with nothing but Amazon pay-per-click. $149. 9 days later, he's up to $2,000. 7 days after that, he's up to $5,000. 10 days after that, he's at $35,000, and he just got wiped out clean. This is not doing the inventory protection tip Jason showed us. Whoops. I do my best to protect you, but at the end of the day, I'm not feeling too bad for Tejas. He says, I learned my lesson, heartbreaking. Hit $35,000 in sales, though, first. He went from $149.95 to $35,000 in just 27 days. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be hardships. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be hurdles. I'm not denying any of those. But is it worth it? That's all I'm asking you. Amazon continues to expand international all over the world. Think about this. There's a whole continent right now that Amazon doesn't even service with Australia. Imagine what that's going to look like when they open that up to us. And Theo here is over there in the UK, 5,000. Listen to this. Has started releasing a second product to double his sales. Made first sales on the 15th of February, so hope that encourages new people to get laser focused and get in the game. Gary, France plus Germany plus UK plus USA equals $10,000 batch. And then Gary just hit $25,000 in revenue just in September last month. Barely at this game and already crushing it. Just recently, we're talking 2 weeks ago, Amazon offers a one-day discount on Prime. They just added a whole bunch new members to Amazon Prime, and their whole deal was $67 for the first year because they were nominated for 67 Emmys. Because, Amazon makes TV shows and all that stuff, too. Lightning deals. The second biggest, most visited page on Amazon is their Lightning deals, and we just got this invitation for Lightning deals on 4 of our products and our holidays. These Lightning deals alone will probably make us about $200,000 in sales just by being invited on Lightning deals. Last year, FBA sellers could not get Lightning deals. This year, oh baby, we're now getting them. The opportunity has just gotten bigger. Check this out. Amazon sent out this press release specifically. Amazon's first ever Prime Day breaks global records. Sales exceed Black Friday. Isn't that insane? 18% more sales than Black Friday, which was their biggest day ever in 2014. In fact, let me tell you a story about C. She's a full-time mom. She started in January of last year. Just a few hours a week to get started with. Her husband told her, very smart guy, he says to her, it doesn't matter how many hours per week you're going to work, hon. He says, just be consistent with it. So she chose 2 hours a week. It took her a while to get going. She did hit, but if you look at this, she started in January, you can see nothing really happened to April. And then it went boom and took off. You say, well, what's the dip in October? Well, this was taken on October 14th. The month was half over when this was taken last year. Not bad, though, for a mother, a stay-at-home mother of 2 children who started with 2 hours a week. Now, she added more hours as the money came in, and I hope you would as well, right? But she started kicking gear, okay? She kept slowly but surely improving her visibility, and at the time she had one single product still when the holidays of 2014 hit, when that Black Friday hit. And then this is what happened. Boom. She's now at about $250,000. Flash forward to April of 2015. You can see there, especially during that October, where that needle shoots way up at the top there, right? Not bad. Then insanity struck. Prime Day, July 15th, a day many of us will remember for the rest of our lives. C goes out, and this is what happens to her, $78,290.95 in a single day. And look at that giant spike, that Mount Everest there at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. She sold 3,000 units of product in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Most people won't sell $80,000 of product in their whole life. She did it in an hour and a half at 4 in the morning. She's already over $1 million this year. This is year-to-date sales as of September 30th, 2015. And if you notice the link on the left hand, this is Christiana Anderson Matos. This is my business partner's wife. You might say, well, yeah, of course she's making all this kind of money, Jason, because she has an advantage. And you're right, she does have an advantage. She has the exact same advantage that I make available to all my people. We never gave her any special treatment that we don't give every single one of our customers to make this a go. But here's the point. Prime Day never existed before. It's a made-up holiday. But because she was in the right place at the right time, she was able to take advantage of it. And gee, do you think they're going to do it again since it was like the most record-breaking thing they've ever done? You know they are. You missed it. Jamie says, Prime Day sales. Wow, thanks Amazon. Record day for orders set before 9 a.m. in the morning. Equivalent to a whole good week. And then he actually shares a tip on what he did, which is really clever and something I will never share in public because it's too powerful to give away for free. And he just shares it and he asks other people what they thought. Boom, that powerful. You missed it. Prime Day is over. Will there be another? Yes, there will be. In the meantime, here's what you got to look forward to. So I have an insider on Amazon who sells an ungodly amount of product. Very, very funny guy, too. It cracks me up whenever I get a chance to hang out. And he has access to additional data that most people don't have access to. And this is what Amazon is telling him to expect in sales projection based on his sales currently. They say expect to sell 574% more during the Christmas time. And this is pretty much universal. This is going to happen to almost anybody on Amazon that does the way we do it. But think about going from 100,000 and selling 574% more in just the month of December. Or even more, right? Here's the bottom line. There are far more shoppers on Amazon.com than there ever have been. And there are more opportunities than ever to reach them easily and automatically. Want to know a secret? Would you like to get tons of free shoppers on Amazon simply by typing in one word one time? Here's how you do it. Let's say you were selling a portable Bluetooth speaker, like this one here. Which is unbelievably inexpensive with small minimum order quantities to get started. And you can retail these things at a pretty good price, right? When you go to set up your listing under product name, you're going to type in up to 200 characters. You cannot go over 200 characters, but within 200 characters, your goal is to put 25 to 30 unique search terms. So you say to yourself, what would people who are looking for Bluetooth speakers, what are some of the things that they might type in? And you could see an example of a title here that has 20-some keywords in it. Almost every single word in this title is a keyword phrase, or it's a search term. It's a term that some people are going to be searching for every single day on Amazon. And that's all we had to do. We typed in some words. It gets better. Key product features. People think these are the bullet points, these are the benefits, that it's really important that you write some amazing advertising copy or something that's going to convert a shopper or a browser into a buyer, right? I used to think that. Not anymore. My goal is to put at least 100 or if not more than 100 unique keywords that are not in the title and not anywhere else in my listing in these bullet points. So one bullet point might look like this. Waterproof, shockproof, dustproof, and damage resistant, powerful subwoofer, produces rich stereo sound and crisp high definition, high def. Supplies studio quality, at home, the office, indoor and outdoor, day-long playtime. Breakthrough 24-hour, 500-song playtime, power, blah, blah, blah. So there's some benefits in there still, right? But we can and we will, with 5 bullet points, put over 200 unique search terms just there in the listing. And these things all kind of mix together, and customers can type a search term that starts with something that's in your title and something else that's in your bullet point and something else that's in your search term. And you can show up. Product description. This is the thing way below that very few people read. We had to test it a lot of ways. Big secret here. Almost nobody knows about this. First paragraph is really all that matters. So our goal is to stick in as many additional unique search terms that somebody might be searching for on Amazon for your product in that first paragraph here. And yeah, you might not know exactly what search terms to put in there. Trial and error it, okay? I mean, it's not, I can't just give you everything. You got to go and put some work in, right? Search terms. These are things that are not visible on any listing, and customers will never see them. But they're specifically made so Amazon can help identify what you think you're relevant for by just telling them. So we want to put 30 to 70 unique search terms in here. Now, here's what's funny. There's only a 50-character limit on each of these fields. We are going to put as much in these as possible. So I use a tool, although you can do this manually. It takes about an hour or two to do manually. The tool does it pretty quickly here. But what we've done here is out of the 50 characters in the first line, we've used 49. 49 in the second, 49 in the third, 49 in the fourth, and I slacked a little bit. I only put 46 characters in the last one. The result is when you're all said and done, you will have several hundred different keyword phrases, several hundred different search terms that can all be mixed and matched together on the customer end. And the result is you just get shoppers who find your listing in all sorts of different ways on it that exist on Amazon. Don't believe me? Let me give you a result. I've just gotten access to data that has previously never been available to any Amazon seller. And now I have the data. Very powerful implications here on, first of all, why I have this data, how you can get data like this, and what you can do with it. That's a whole different conversation for a whole different other time. But this always proves the theory that I had and that we pioneered. That lots of different search terms in weird locations. Some of them work, some of them don't. We figured out which ones do, and now we have empirical evidence that we were right all along. And now, if you play this game the way that I'm describing it, you have an advantage over 99.9% of Amazon sellers to attract shoppers automatically to your listing. You will have several hundred different search terms in your listing that shoppers will use to find your products, and they will buy from you. Don't believe me? Look over there on the left. I had to censor most of these keywords out because I don't want to reveal my products to you. None of these keywords I'm showing you here are actual products of mine, but they're all driving me sales. And look at some of these impressions. This is for a single month period of time. So there are customers searching for combinations that include these keywords: Savino wine preserving carafe. And 1,423 customers that I showed up for in one single month. For that weird phrase, that search term phrase, Savino wine preserving carafe, or however you say it, I don't even know what it is. Deep wrinkle filler. There are customers every single day. There are shoppers on Amazon, 1,296 that I showed up for last month for deep wrinkle filler. Just because I have the word deep somewhere in my listing and wrinkle somewhere else in my listing and filler somewhere else in those specific situations and places I showed you earlier. Merard Essential C Day Moisture SPF 30. 1,000 plus searches in the month that I showed up for. There's even a lot more than that. Those are just the ones that I'm getting exposure on. Wine Enthusiast Globe Decanter. I don't sell decanters. I don't sell moisturizer with SP30. I don't sell a carafe, or however you say it. Body brush for dry brushing cellulite. Over 1,000 impressions my listing had in front of Amazon shoppers in a single month. And I don't sell any of these products. But I have the combination of the right words in the right places. And we call this free exposure. If you do it right, you can type words in one time into your listing and make sales every single week from those words. And all those things combined together, it's like a rising tide that lifts all boats. In fact, and I've been saying this for over a year, it just doesn't seem like a lot of people are listening. There is an article in Fast Company. This is what really invigorated me. CNA Marketing does in the 9 figures in sales every year. That's 100 million plus with a 30% annual growth. And their main big deal is variations and variations. So anytime anybody's searching anything, they have something to fulfill that need. And we're working our best to get there. If I ain't doing over 100 million in the next few years, I've screwed up. And I won't be alone. Hopefully you'll be there with me somewhere. And there maybe you don't need that much, but whatever. A rising tide lifts all boats. If you're putting in different phrases such as Bluetooth speakers and Blue Space Tooth speaker and portable Bluetooth speaker and portable speaker and wireless Bluetooth speaker and all these different combinations, and some of the people are buying from that word or that phrase or this phrase or that phrase or this phrase or that phrase, you will notice a synergistic rise across all phrases on Amazon. This is why you see people who say, hey, I'm doing 5,000, 10,000 a month, and then boom, 50 or 100,000 a month. Just like that. The rising tide that lifts all boats. And with the right approach, you can basically pay Amazon to show up where you would like. So you don't have to rely on people finding you. You can find the people you want to find. As long as Amazon, and this is the tricky part, this is the hard part, as long as Amazon feels you're relevant, you can pay Amazon to just be in front of the customers that you would like to show your product to. They call this Amazon sponsored products. Here's how it works. You set up a campaign, pick the product to advertise, put in your search terms, and place your bid. If Amazon did not exist as a search engine and only existed as an advertising platform, I would sell on Amazon all day long because it's the best place in the world I've ever found to buy advertising. It's the only shopper engine that exists in the whole world where people are going there to shop. And it's the biggest one in the whole world by far that has the ability to already have credit cards on file and one-click purchase. You're damn right I'm going to use it. Set up a campaign, pick the product, put in your search terms, place your bid. It's this simple. Inside your Seller Central account, there is a thing that says advertising. When you click on it, you just got to put a campaign name in, set the daily budget, and then continue to the next step. You can either use the keywords that Amazon suggests to you, or you can type your own and you're going to set a default bid. You can set it whatever you want and you can adjust it per keyword, per search term. When you're done, save and finish. That is it. You can set up advertising campaigns for $5 a day, $10 a day, and then scale up as you're making profit. And it takes just a few minutes to get started. And by the way, where are you going to get the keywords? Well, same keywords you're optimizing for already in your title and your bullet points and your search terms and so forth, right? With the right approach, you can systematically get results like this. Put in 2,600, spit out 13,000. This is constantly happening with Amazon sponsored ads. I love what Sandra says here. My Amazon advertising cost of sale is 12% for this variation. Now here's what else is interesting. I am ranking on page 1 for many keywords. There is a synergistic effect of ranking on keywords for free after you first pay to advertise on those keywords. Zen Team, mostly Facebook ads and Amazon ads, 15,000. Jason Smith, straight with only Amazon ads. And he's also talking about ranking. He says, we're on page 1 for lots of keywords, and he's only done Amazon ads. Just started, $5,000 in sales. Sometimes the fastest path to showing up in Amazon search results is simply making sales from Amazon sponsored ads. Seth, this is fantastic. I was having a real bad day at work and I came home and found this. First 2 sales he ever made. Working a full-time job, comes home, got started, helped him get started on Amazon. He says, oh, cool, I got 2 sales. Day 9, he's up to $1,000. Day 14, he's up to $2,396. Day 24, he says, I've been doing AZ ads since my product went live with decent ROI. So I haven't done a big push yet. I can't afford it. He's also busy working a full-time job. Day 27, finally hits a milestone. More profit today than my paycheck for the entire work week. Never in my wildest dreams. So January 14th to February 24th, $10,000 now in 30 days. March 1st, first $1,000 day. He's dreamed about this since he was 8 years old. August 16th, brand new product. Now he's doing $2,000 on the very first day. His product goes out and goes live. Pretty incredible, isn't it? In fact, he just shot this video at the end of August. So I told myself that on September 1st, 2015, I was going to be able to quit my job and be at the 10K mark. I live a pretty simple life, so it doesn't take me a lot to get by. Tomorrow is September 1st. This is last month, right? I left my job 2 days ago, more than $10,000. I've hit the 25K mark. Last week, I had my first $5,000 day, and I had my first $20,000 week. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying this to say thank you. And if I can do anything to help anyone else out, I am. What goes around comes around. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this business. You're damn right. I have hijackers, defective product. I have my competition buy my product and leave dozens of negative reviews to sink my products and everything. When you don't give up and look at each hurdle as the next thing to overcome, it just becomes a matter of time. The simple fact is, I am out here on vacation celebrating my parents' 50th anniversary. I would have never been able to bring the whole family and take a house out on the ocean for a week. And just as a thank you for who they are and that I am grateful to be part of the family that I am. Thank you, Seth. Thank you for just doing what you're supposed to be doing. I just asked Seth, get in there, follow me, do this, and he responded to the challenge. He said, Jason, I'm a little bit worried though. I mean, I can understand that maybe people will find me, shoppers will look at me, but why will they buy from me? A no-name brand from a product that maybe isn't any better than any other product that exists that they could buy, right? It's a good point. Getting people to your listing is one thing. Getting them to buy is a different story. And the good news is I got you covered, right? Here's what matters at the end of the day. You can get all fancy with this if you want to, but I don't recommend it. At the end of the day, here's what matters. Reviews, images, search term relevance, and then everything else. Reviews. If you average over 4.8 stars or better per review, your listing shows as an average of 5 stars for your rating. Most people can't keep an average of 5 stars. By the way, very little product quality-wise has to do with having a 5-star rating. The most important reviews are the reviews that show up on your listing, your product listing on the first page there, right there on your listing. These are called the most helpful customer reviews. There's usually 4 or 5 or 6 of them. You got really good reviews there, you're going to crush it. You got really bad reviews right there, you could have the best product in the world. It's just going to do okay, right? Reviews with picture and video typically do better than those without. And the longer the review, the better for a lot of different reasons. But if you focus on just the reviews, you're going to be leagues ahead of most sellers on Amazon. Quantity is good up until a point. Double-digit reviews are way better than single-digit reviews. The difference between 9 reviews and 10 reviews is vast when it comes to the amount of people who will see your listing and buy from you. Triple-digit reviews, meaning to go from 99 reviews to 100 reviews, is only marginally better than double-digit reviews. And there's certain milestones that you want to aim for. 10 reviews, 25 reviews, 50 reviews, and eventually you can hit the 100 reviews. We very often now go out there and hit 100 reviews very quickly because we have the ability and the means to do so, and we now have lots of products. But when we started with just 10 reviews, and then 25, and then 50. So once you get some good reviews, especially the helpful reviews, then it's images, search term relevance, and everything else. If your image stands out, it will make you more money, period. Because you'll attract more shoppers, and shoppers will naturally feel more engaged with you as opposed to somebody else. So some tricks you can do here. If everybody's one color, you can be a different color. If everybody has their image the same way, you twist yours a little bit. This is called symmetry, right? And so, for example, this life hammer right here stands out over every other escape tool or hammer. iPath. This is the only one that points towards the listing when it says, click me, click me. Everyone else is pointing in some other direction. iPath is very important. I call this flourish. Be the only one that has some little extra pop to your image. This will get more people to notice you, get more people to click on you, and more people that will feel comfortable buying from you because you stand out in their mind. And if you stand out, therefore you must be better. That's how typically shoppers think on Amazon. So we get the reviews, we get the images, search term relevance is very important, and then everything else. The fact that you're going to be catching all these weird different terms that just this one shopper here and that one shopper there and this one shopper there and that one shopper there, that's going to play a long ways to whether people are going to buy from you or not. And we're routinely getting double-digit conversion rates, and our customers are getting 20%, 30% or more because, first of all, Amazon does the heavy lifting. They're buying from Amazon first, as well as you. At the same time, they already have their credit card on file. And then when you do the little things that we teach, that's when you have tremendous results. Is a byproduct of just following my system and weathering the day-to-day challenge. Conversion is that. As long as you follow my system and weather the day-to-day challenges, just like Seth said, you will get conversions. Jeremy, just launched Friday. Mostly giveaways, but it's a good start because there's some things you can do to jumpstart a product to get it to Amazon to notice it right away. So we teach this, and Jeremy does this. And he talks about Ben Cummings. And he goes, this is what I'm at right now. Just launched Friday, $1,200 in sales. Now he's up to $5,000. He says, I didn't realize it was going to take off this fast. I definitely would have ordered more inventory. At least I know now for next time. Hey, not going to be perfect. This is the day-to-day challenge. February 14th. He went from 5,000 to 10,000 just 3 days later. He says, I'm very happy and very pissed at the same time. At this rate, I'm going to be running out of inventory in a few days. You got to weather the day-to-day challenges. February 15th, he's now to 17,000. He went from 10,000 to 17,000. Then he says, well, I sold out today. I'm still so new to everything, but if I could offer any advice to anyone who doesn't have their product live yet, it would be do it right now. Get it live even if it isn't perfect. Very good advice, Jeremy. Now he's up to 25,000 from February to April. He had to wait, and he had to wait through the Chinese New Year. It's not going to be perfect. He had to weather the storm. He had to handle the day-to-day challenges. Now he's up to $50,000. He goes, if this trend continues, I'd hit $100,000 a month, but I'm going to run out of inventory before that happens. And at the very bottom there, he says, thanks everyone for being awesome. I've learned so much from all of you. I kind of like this Amazon thing. It can be super stressful at times, but I've just been following along and working it every single day. That's the system. Follow along with me as I guide you through this. And weather the day-to-day challenges, and you'll be all right. What else? Well, let's take a look at some of these Amazon searches. Heart rate monitor. Here's a number 14th result. Just 8 reviews. So they're brand new. iPhone 6 case. Look at the number 1 and number 3. It's the same seller. 63 reviews sounds like a lot, but iPhone cases are some of the most bought products in all of Amazon. But here's number 3. 4 reviews. Interesting. Hair curler. The number 4 result. Everybody else has like 1,000 reviews. This person has 33. Why are they up there so quick? Brand new. CLA, this is a massive, gigantic supplement. Everybody else in the top 4 has over 1,000 reviews, and this person has just 41. Why are they up there? Bluetooth speaker, remember that? This person has 1 review, and they're already number 2. Brand new product. When I started this presentation and started working on it, didn't even exist. Now, this product in the span of a few days is now number 2 in all of Amazon for Bluetooth speaker. Here's the point. There are certain signals that Amazon looks for that can largely determine where a product shows up for ultra-lucrative search terms, regardless of how new or how few products that a brand has, or even how many sales it took to make it show up. And it's safe to say, having worked personally with over 1,200 top Amazon sellers and many, many Amazon millionaires, I've figured a lot of these signals out, which go way beyond what we discussed here today. For example, in less than a month on a completely new account, look at our search terms here. These are our best search terms. 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 9. These are not long search terms. These are 2-word or even 1-word search terms. And brand new account, meaning brand new brand, brand new product, boom. Domination. So this is with an existing account when we release new products now. Look at this. Not only do we have ones all over the place, but look at that uptick, that sudden uptick when the product went live and they're all shooting up. Do you suppose we are exactly planning on this? To dominate and be in all these different places to be easily found by shoppers on Amazon. By now you realize Amazon is expanding at a breathtaking rate and we're on the ground floor of taking advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Check this out. Amazon sales have increased every single year. And in 2015, who knows where they're going to end up. Amazon has a tremendous amount of growth potential still in relation to overall commerce. Amazon needs third-party sellers such as you to achieve their goals of being the everything store or the A to Z store, as they call it. You can start from anywhere in the world and run this business anywhere you desire. James says, enter Jason and Will. They got my trust, loyalty by making their upfront. Here's the value. Let me tell you why. As of right now, he's on an LA International Airport. He's flying to Bangkok for 3 months. He's going to make money while he's out there. He says, looking to find suppliers, photos, some great sightseeing, have unique experiences, enjoy Thai food, definitely have Thai massages, and be in many Buddhist temples. I get to be an example for people back home. I can find the exotic rare gift. I can write the postcard. I can smell the air and eat the food, all because I have addressed a fundamental of life, income. I wanted more options. Will and Jason showed me how, and now I'm living those options. I've expanded the choices available to me, proved that I can do it as a man by tapping into a system that works. Thank you, Jason and Will, for the gift of time. Thank you, James, for so wonderfully expressing and appreciating. They asked me, why do you teach people this stuff? Why don't you just do it yourself, Jason? This is why. You can do this from anywhere in the world. You can start this from anywhere in the world. And it doesn't matter how little or how much you have to get started. What matters is the approach that you use. Delia over here only had $250 to start with. Graduated from school, didn't even have a job. You think I said, oh, gee, not you. No, especially you. Hopefully you understand that more people from all walks of life, all ages and types and backgrounds are creating first-generation fortunes using the specific approach that I have downright perfected that you cannot get anywhere else. And that right now is the perfect time to take advantage of all the fresh opportunities on Amazon. So we can begin exploiting these together. What has been private is now available to you for a very, very limited time. And by the way, right now you got to get in because Black Friday is around the corner and you can't wait any longer. We got to start today to get you prepped to take advantage of Black Friday. Listen, if someone asked me if you were capable to take advantage of this, I'd say yes. And if somebody asked me if you were smart enough to take advantage of this, I'd say yes. And if somebody asked me if you were ready to say yes to this, I'd say maybe. Maybe. The scariest thing in this world is getting out of your comfortable, limiting little reality that you're currently residing in. And to take a chance in yourself and believe in yourself and your abilities to realize what is there for you to take. Not to be given to you, for you to take. Maybe you have no idea what your true potential is. And that everything you had to succeed already resides within you. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter. If I could look right now in your eye and peer directly into your soul, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what you truly can achieve is beyond your wildest dreams. And it maddens me that I believe in you more than you believe in you. Yes, that's what fuels me. Yes, that's what drives me. Yes, that's why I'm here in front of you today, about ready to do something to show you how much of a chance I'm willing to take on you to get you to go where I know you can go. However, you got to meet me there part way so we can do this together. I'm going to ask some things of you, and whatever I ask of you, I am going to give back to you at least tenfold, because that's what a leader does. I'm going to put some real serious money and even a Tesla on it to prove it to you. Here's the deal. To get started with me, you're going to have to rise to the occasion and put down a real investment to show me you're really serious. Then I will basically insure that investment and guarantee that if you put in consistent effort through the next several weeks with me, I will legally guarantee that you will make a profit. My lawyers have said I can do that based on what I've created here for you today. And this legal guarantee of profit will be more than enough to easily cover your investment and your time. Here's the reality. We can agree that if you had a time machine and could go 12 months into the future, where you already had $1 million Amazon business and you could see it firsthand, you would have no problem, no issue putting down an investment of $15,000 today if you knew your future with that type of certainty. But it doesn't work like that in the real world, does it? Well, today it actually does. I'm going to ask you to make an investment today. And I'm going to show you exactly how that investment is guaranteed to make you a profit in more than one clever way. And then I'm going to use psychology to compel your success, even in spite of yourself. I will make you successful. Here's your investment. You're going to buy into a program, and it's not a program that I created. It's a program that I took, ran with, and built a whole business and an unstoppable force on top of it. And now I am affiliated with it. And in fact, another affiliate most likely referred you to go with me instead of them, and actually took money out of their pocket in the process, because they could take the full sell for themselves and they could take the full commission for themselves, but they know it's better for you to go with us because we have something that does not exist anywhere else and is not available anywhere else. It's for at this time, right here, right now. So here's what I'm going to ask you to invest in. It's a program called the Amazing Selling Machine. And when you invest in it through my special link, which I'm going to reveal to you shortly, I'm going to hand over to you some incredible resources, exclusive, that you can only get from me and that are not available anywhere else, nor will they ever be available on the open market. The least of which could be something like this. Your investment is $14.97 today, and then 3 more installments spaced 30 days apart. This gets you access to the amazing.com portal where the Amazing Selling Machine is housed. You have 8 modules here, plus brand new, freshly updated with 4 new modules. You also have a community, lifetime access to this. You have a suite of different tools, including Active Loop, the Alliance tool, the press release tool, the promotional tool, and other tools. You are able to attend live question and answer sessions for the first 8 weeks. And when you invest with us today, you're also going to be backed by a legal guarantee of profit, which doesn't exist in ASM or anywhere else from anywhere else. How? Well, it starts with our exclusive bonus resources. And then it gets better as a result of what I can do because of these bonus resources. Here's the first one. When you get started with us today, just by clicking on the link below this video right now, it should have popped up during this Hangout Live. I told you, Will's running that technology, right? The very first thing that you're going to want to go into is our resource called The Fastest Path to Profits. Whether you want to or need to make money ASAP, I can get you there. How? We've developed through working hands-on with over 4,000 plus Amazon sellers. We've got answers, we've got documentations, we've got files on pretty much anything and every situation that you may encounter. They're already created and waiting there for you. We have more library of scenarios documented than anywhere else on the planet when it comes to selling on Amazon. And more importantly, we've organized this information so whatever you need to focus on, you can find exactly what you need and when you need it. And here's proof for you. So here's Ali. So he's from the UK. I believe he was 19 or 20 or 21, very young kid when he started, $20,000 in his first 22 days online, I think it was. That's 22 days that they're investing with us, just like you're going to do by clicking on the link below. I asked him, because I interviewed him, I said, how much of a role was buying through us here at Rapid Crush and getting our bonuses vital to your success? And Ollie says, I told you this a long time before. I don't know if you remember, but I said to you, I did not log into the main ASM course more than twice, and that was to submit the badges. I did not even watch the videos. I just went through your content, just the bonuses provide a load, and that is 100% the truth. Isn't that amazing? You say, Jason, why don't you sell your bonuses on its own? Because I made a promise back when ASM was first created, and it's only available for a very limited time when they do absolutely close it down, and they take it down, and they don't make it available again for a very long time after it's closed down. And so the funny thing is, if people say, Jason, why don't you sell your own stuff? I made a promise to my customers many moons ago that I said I would only do this as a bonus because we've taken the best that existed out there, and we've added onto it, and we've built everything around it and empowered it and created a whole new process and made it exclusive. That's why. And you can get started with us by going to the link below this Hangout right now. In addition to getting the most streamlined approach to get results as fast as humanly possible, you're also going to get this bonus here. This is my personal documentation. Remember all those search results that I showed you earlier? And I said, why is this product number 2 already? And why is this Bluetooth speaker over here already ranking? And look at these hammocks over there. I've done nothing more than specialize in decoding the search results on Amazon. And I've been able to find and identify all of these weird things where one of the things shoots up to the top of the search engine, deconstructed it, reconstructed it, proved it, and documented it to you. I've identified scientifically 11 specific ways you can take a brand new product and put it up there right away on Amazon where lots of people are looking for it. Step by step, both in video format as well as in PDF format. Try the first. Whatever sticks out to you, make profit. Then if you want to make more profit, do the second one, and do this for each and every product that you're ever going to unleash out there. Sean says this, Jason Fladlien is really Superman in our eyes. Through this, thought this would help for the launch of the ASM Masters. Well, I appreciate that, Sean. And his first month on selling on Amazon did $50,000. And then in December of last year did almost $100,000, but his products were stuck at port. I'm telling you, it's not perfect. There will be damn challenges along the way. That's life. Is it worth $100,000 a month business? It's $1 million business per year. Part of what you do here with these reverse engineering resources could potentially influence your ability to win this Tesla. More on that in a second. So far, we talked about bonus number 1, the fastest path to profits. Bonus number 2, reverse engineering to the top of the Amazon search results. I've documented it, and you could just take advantage of it as soon as you sign up with us here today. Bonus number 3, 2 months coaching with Ben Cummings. You say, who's Ben Cummings? That's my business partner in our Amazon business. Just like Wilson Matos is my business partner in our Rapid Crush business. And Ben Cummings is probably the single greatest tactician when it comes to step-by-step implementing and making money on Amazon. He's pioneered such methods as this for our brand. He launched 3 new beauty products for us recently, and all of them are number 1 in their subcategory, and all of them were in the top 100 in Amazon's top-level category of beauty. 16,000 sales in a single hour. And this sweet $64,000 payment that happened recently. With Ben, here's what you have to look forward to with his coaching. The $10,000 product picking method. You say, Jason, I want to make sure I can specifically pick an amazing product each and every time that is going to be successful on Amazon. Ben has the methodology. He has the art and the science of doing this. He has the win rate. Ben, these days, exclusively in our Amazon business, picks all of our new products that we put to market. You're also going to discover how to flood your listing with real quality Amazon-approved 5-star reviews in 2 weeks. Remember how we talked about how important it is to have reviews as your conversion? This is your resource right here. You do not need anything else other than to follow what Ben Cummings is going to teach you in this coaching session. And by the way, if you want to launch a new Amazon product and immediately make it a bestseller, would you like to know exactly how we did what you're seeing on the left-hand side of the screenshot right here? Ben is going to show you that as well. And plus, for the first time ever available, Ben's going to take something we recently developed for our new products that we're putting on Amazon. It's a brand new top secret launch weapon. No one else in the industry is onto this new thing that exists on Amazon right now. Unfortunately, Ben's not going to allow me to reveal it to the general public. He says it's too good. But Ben has identified an exploit that causes people to buy a new private label product like crazy by using a certain sales angle that everyone else is overlooking. And you get the angle, you get the training, and you get a template. That is the most ridiculously easy thing to push a couple buttons and have out there making you sales for you when you sign up or click on the link below this hangout right now. And it's funny because more people talk about Ben than they talk about me in my own community. Chris Jorgensen talks about his back pocket ninja, Ben Cummings, that helped him go to 26,000. And by the way, Chris is way over that now. This is an old screenshot. And Scott says, big thanks to Ben Cummings. And Kim Marie says, huge shout outs to Jason Fladlien and Ben Cummings. And James Watson says, massive thanks to Jason Fladlien, Wilson Matos, and Ben Cummings. And Tanya says, hey, I took Ben Cummings coaching. I wrote this goal down as a result in the first session. Didn't quite make it because it's September 17th and she wrote down August 31st. Close enough, right? And Yuri says, love Mondays. Thanks, Ben Cummings, my only coach. So Yuri's like, I don't even need that Jason Fladlien guy anymore, right? Question, where do you think I discovered Ben? Ben was sitting exactly where you are right now, listening to me talk about Amazon in the very brief time that I ever get the opportunity to actually sell this opportunity to you, because most of the time it's off the market, and most of the time we exclusively focus on our customers. And he listened to this and he says, you know what? It makes sense. Let me try it. And he had to move mountains, and he had to rearrange his whole life to make this work. And gee, this is where I go, and this is why I sell this, because I find wonderful people like Ben Cummings every single day, and they enrich my life, and they make me a better person. And it's such a wonderful world where we can do this together. You get the fastest path to profits. You get reverse engineering to the top of the results. You get 2 months of coaching with my business partner, Ben Cummings. The fourth bonus, ASM Power Pack Software Suite. This is a set of 11 different types of software. I use these every single day. So I go to the software owner, James J. Jones, and say, I want every one of my customers that does Amazon with me to have this. What can I pay you to buy each and every one of them a license if they go through mybestbonus.com/getasm? And he told me what, and I pulled on my checkbook, and I wrote him the check, and I paid him that. And now you don't have to. On the open market, he sells this for $500 basically for the first year, and then it's $200 every year after that. You pay $0 for the rest of your life on this software because I've taken care of it for you. That's part of your investment when you go there today. You could start at mybestbonus.com/getasm with $14.97, spaced 4 months in part and installments, or you could take care of it all at once. I don't care. Just get in and let's get started. These software include Product Prospector, a brainstorming feature that can help jump up and get you going with selling products on Amazon. Just basically tells you, look at these products based on some mathematical formulas. Amazon Oracle. Know exactly how to prep your private label product to get it easily processed, picked, packed, and selling on Amazon in no time flat. Spyglass. Quickly assess and evaluate your competition so you can find those product gaps. Alert. Track the bestseller rank of your products and your competition's products. Rank Checker. Automatically reports if your product is ranking for certain keywords and where it's ranking at. Keyword Optimizer. Remember when I showed you this earlier? I use this with every single listing that exists out there. So you don't have to spend several hours cramming those into the search terms. You just push buttons. All this and many more software are available to you as part of just this one bonus, which you can get by clicking on the button below this hangout right now or going What else besides the fastest path to profits, besides finding the shortcuts to the top of the Amazon search engine, besides the 2 months of coaching with my business partner, Ben Cummings, and the suite of software to automate and enhance your Amazon business? There's also the virtual boardroom. Earlier this year, as we discussed, Amazon had Prime Day. You know who gave people a heads up to this event before anybody else in the whole wide world? I did. And I did it at the very first virtual boardroom that I ever did. It was prepping for this event, Prime Day, that allowed Wilson's wife to do numbers like these. See, I'm connected because I have created more Amazon millionaires hands-on, one-to-one than anybody in the world. I have connections at Amazon.com, and I find stuff out before anybody else does, and I share it with my members before anybody else does. Every other week for 2 months, you're going to get on a webinar with me, private webinar, and you can watch or apply to be selected, where I will live optimize listings and pick opportunities for customers and enhance Amazon reach and profitability live without a net right in front of you. We also record and archive these, and you always have access and reference. And if I have any breaking news or cutting edge stuff, you're going to find out before anyone else, and this is what we're going to find out in the virtual boardroom. And these are people like Matson Magleby and his brother here who listen to everything that I say because it can help them grow a 7-figure business into an 8-figure business. Now, here's the other important thing. This ties into how I'll guarantee your profit legally here in a bit, which I have yet to reveal. Fastest path to profits, figuring out how to leapfrog to the top of Amazon search results, 2 months of coaching with my business partner, Ben Cummings, automation software for your Amazon business, the virtual boardroom, bonus number 6. Instant search terms, instant shoppers. If you said, Jason, I don't know how to pick keywords. I don't know what keywords to put in there. You said 200, 300, 400, 500 keywords in my listing. Here's the beautiful thing. You don't know how to pick keywords. You don't need to know how to pick them. You push buttons, and this artificial intelligence program will spit out to you an organized and rated format with a proprietary system that has more data on the weight of what is a good search term and what isn't than anything that exists anywhere else. And this is exactly what you do. You generate a report like this, you get 3 reports. And this is thousands of search terms that you can do as a result. And with our coaching and training, you'll know exactly where to put them. Massive advantage. These are reports that would normally cost you a lot of money. They cost me a lot of money. They don't cost you anything. They're free when you sign up with ASM. On the button below this hangout right now. It's very important you understand when we do this. The wonderful thing is, because ASM has taken care of the step-by-step in the beginning and getting going on Amazon, we can focus exclusively with our members of providing these cutting-edge technologies and investing in them on our part, because that's all we need to do. They've done a fantastic job of laying the framework and the foundation and the groundwork, and we're kicking it up into a level 100 times higher than anything else that exists out there. Aren't you excited and happy that somebody referred you to us today to take care of you? Isn't that wonderful? Few keystrokes, tons of buyers. Simple as that. That plus the fastest path to profits, reverse engineering your way to the top of Amazon, plus coaching from my partner Ben Cummings, a suite of tools to automate your Amazon business, virtual boardroom with myself, and these instant search terms at a push of a button. Bonus number 7 is the bestseller matrix. You fill out a little thing inside of our members area. Anywhere you got an internet connection, this works. You could push a button, and just another simple way of finding really good products that you can sell. And this includes training and support as well. That on top of all these wonderful bonuses, plus bonus number 8, your personal China concierge. Never sourced a product from China before? No sweat. We have a personal service, a guy that's on my payroll full-time, whose exclusive and specific job is to help all my ASM Masters, that's the people who invest with me, help you find and communicate with suppliers, negotiate price on your behalf, help you place orders, and more. You get access to the service for 8 weeks free of charge. If you want to use it afterwards and pay me, I'd be very happy. And that's what we do to be able to continue to build the China Concierge. But I'm making this as a bonus to you for the first 8 weeks free. Here's what it looks like. Inside our ASM Masters members area, you fill out a form with just a handful of questions. And then when it's done, our concierge service takes this and does the legwork for you. The last time we made this available, which was available only for the very short time that ASM itself is available, because ASM goes off the market here And very shortly, and you can see exactly when it expires, open this up in a new browser, we had a 99% customer satisfaction rating. I guess you can't please everybody, but we can please 99 out of 100 customers that were very happy, because after the service is done, there's an automated thing that's sent out to ask them, were you happy or were you not happy? 99% responded, yes, I was happy. That, plus the fastest path, reverse engineering way to the top, coaching, automation software, the virtual boardroom, instant keyword reports, 1,000+ keywords, the bestseller matrix, the China Concierge program, and bonus number 9, the windfall exit strategy. 2 things about this. Why the next 2 to 3 years are going to be the most lucrative period in history of mankind to build and sell an e-commerce business for maximum value, no matter how big or small. And so there's a lot of businesses that if you wish to, in 1 year from now, you could sell for a big, fat payday. And even if you're working and business is not your full-time thing, that's actually a massive advantage in a lot of instances. Now, I'm not the business selling expert. I just happen to be friends and have done a lot of work with who I consider one of the foremost experts in the world on selling businesses. He has clients for days that have been on places like Shark Tank. And some of the only clients that ever make money for their investors on Shark Tank come from this guy. And so I've exclusively secured this specific training for you as it relates to building an Amazon business and doing it from the start in a way that you could sell it for 7. Build it for 6, sell it for 7. That's bonus number 9. Huge upside, 0 risk, just like the guarantee of profit I'm about to reveal to you. That's what you have available to you when you build a business that makes money, and then you can sell it to make even more money. When you combine that with all these other amazing bonuses here, does it get better? It actually does. You say, gee, Jason, if Amazon is sending all the shoppers to me, what would happen if I showed Amazon that I'm willing to bring in some shoppers as well? Well, I'll tell you what will happen. Amazon will love you to death, and they will favor you over any other seller in your category. Now, James Watson, who sat where you sat and listened to me, and he specifically says it was Jason's whirlwind sales pitch that pushed me over the line to get started. He was ASM2. We're on ASM6 now. Twice a year for about a week, they make ASM available, and then it's gone. It just so happens now's the time, and it's perfect time before Black Friday, and here you go. You want an extra advantage? James got in there, and this is why I said I only know 1% of all there is to know. I've just surrounded myself with some wonderful, amazing people. This is why I make this available to you. Because James comes, he discovers this, and he says, Jason, check this out. I said, can I document and share it as a bonus? And he says, yes, you can. It's the simplest approach I've ever seen to buying Google AdWords search terms. It takes just a few minutes to set up and get going, and you'll make some adjustments along the way. But it's amazing when you combine Amazon and Google together to make this happen. A little bit of ad spend can go a very long ways to 6-figure months. When you sign up to get all these bonuses by clicking below this hangout to get started with us today, you're going to get access to all this stuff here, plus an amazing event that we did called ASM Masters Live 2015. We just got the recordings of it in. It was right after Prime Day we did this event. It cost us over $100,000 to put on. Because, I mean, you got to do it right? And it took us a lot of effort and time. And we had to bring in the best speakers. And we had a full professional camera crew to record the whole thing. Now you get access to this event that was put on just a few months earlier. And by the way, we sold this event. People had to pay money. That's why we had to sell it, because it was so expensive for us to put on. But you got it. If you're going to do it right, you do it right. And that's how we run it. Bonus number 11 here, you're going to get access to all these recordings from the July 2015 live ASM Masters event, including a specific training that I go to show you a lot of cutting-edge strategies of things you can do with your listing to get free buyers. Ben goes in and shows how we're getting 2-cent video views on Facebook for Amazon products that are taking them directly to Amazon to buy. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Would you like to spend $153 to have 6,000 some odd people watch your video and then directly go from that to buy on Amazon from you? I think you would. We document it. The wonderful thing is these live events, they get our customers so hyped up and so excited. And these are the people that come and attend events like this. Guys like Zach, $40,000, and guys like Chaz who did $400,000. When you combine that and you get access to that and you can see exactly what to do on that, it's a massive live event. Just finished recording. You get immediate access to this recordings when you sign up or click on the button below this hangout here. Now I have for you an unbelievable treat. I've been dying to share this with you. This is the new Viral App 2.0, we call this. The Viral App has always been our secret weapon of success, and the best just got better. We decided to go back and spend an ungodly amount of money on programmer and conceptual architecture on this software to get it geared up for Black Friday 2015. After we saw what it did with Prime Day, we said, whoa, we got to get crazy with this. All you have to do, don't you notice the pattern here? You're dealing with the best in the game, right? All you got to do on your end is fill out a form and provide us with some coupon codes. That's it. Coupon codes for your products for discounts, fill out the forms, and we'll take care of the rest to send Amazon the signals needed and put your product in front of customers in a new, unique way that's more powerful than it's ever been based on some recent data that we crowdsourced from all of our existing ASM Masters. Previously, this is what the Viral App was capable of. Taking a product that had 100,000 bestseller rank and in 6 days shooting it up to 684. And have people like Don and Jennifer and Greg and Kevlin and James and Ben and Greg and Stephen and Greg. How many different Gregs were there here, right? These are all people that got bestseller badges. These are people that were making sales every 2 minutes. All the result of the Viral App. Toomey was one of my favorites. 35 sales so far and 38 total. BSR jumped to 2,000. Now listed in second in the subcategory. And now she got the bestseller badge right after that. Double holy smokes. She says, happy dance on my desk. And she can say, I can now rightfully call my products bestsellers on Amazon. Thank you, Jason Fladlien, Wilson Matos. I needed to go catch a few hours of sleep now that I've been up most of the night here. And Toomey does pretty good these days, huh? So she started there. The Viral App helped her along the way. I can't claim all the credit, but it definitely helped kick her up to the next level, right? Not a lot of effort on your part filling out a form. We've just taken the best thing that's ever existed when it comes to getting you out there immediately, getting you exposed and kicking you up a gear on Amazon, and we just made it better just in time to get you ready. So when you're up there on Black Friday, when you're up there right before the ending of Super Savings Shipping, which is usually the 21st of December, that's that sweet spot, the day after Thanksgiving, a couple days before Christmas. You need to get started right here, right now, before this offer expires and goes away, and you can't get it anywhere at any price. Get signed up right now or click on the button right below this hangout to get going. And yes, we haven't even gotten to the Tesla implementation contest yet, or the way that I can legally guarantee your profits now that you have access to all these amazing bonuses, such as the immediate path to profits, reverse engineering your way to the top of Amazon, 2 months coaching with Ben Cummings, the ASM PowerPeat software suite, the virtual boardroom, the instant search terms, instant shoppers bonus, the bestseller matrix bonus, your personal China concierge bonus, the windfall exit strategy bonus, 0 to 100K per month with Amazon and AdWords, the ASM Masters Live 2015 event recordings, the Viral App 2.0. I have saved the best for last, believe it or not. With the way we do sponsored ads, you can force Amazon to recognize you and send its best buyers to you. Plus, Amazon ads create that 1-2 punch, direct sales and an increased search presence. And it gives you results like this. Not shocking at all when I see stuff like this. I always like my customers to be ultra aggressive when it comes to selling using Amazon sponsored ads. However, this type of aggression does come with a risk that you could put $1,000 down on advertising and not make a single sale. I mean, you could. I've never seen it, but it's always queasy when you put a lot of money down on advertising when you have zero experience with it. I feel you. I understand that. I get that, right? That's why, if you set it up the way that I show you, because it's been documented and specifically created in a systematic fashion, when it comes time to run your ads, if you don't experience I put $1 in and got $5 back in sales across your set of keywords, I will pick up the tab on your ads up to $1,000. So let's just say you spend $1,000 in Amazon ads and generate $3,000 in sales. What happens? I pay $1,000 back to you for ads, and you just got $3,000 for free in sales because I covered your ad cost. If you get $5,000 in sales and you paid $1,000 to get $5,000, anything less than that, you keep all the sales and I cover your ads up to $1,000. There are some conditions on this. On the button below this hangout, they'll all take you to the same location and you'll be able to see those conditions. You got to follow my system the way we lay it out on the page. If you do that, I will cover your ad costs. So you can go and completely work this system without worrying a single worry about will this work or will this not work for you. The good, you buy your way to page 1 on my dime of Amazon. Better, you make profit and you show up prominently in relevant search results. Best, you can repeat this process for any future product you wish to. Now, why the hell would I do this? Why would I take this unnecessary risk on my part, extend my neck out there, and put money on you and bet on you? Why would I take this chance? 2 reasons. First is to fast track your ability to turn a profit. I'm removing any obstacle that's in your path so we can get down and get you making money. Secondly, Amazon ads are so incredibly powerful and so easy to make money with. I'm focusing your attention on implementing that specifically so I can get you a small, quick victory right away, which should create the momentum to keep you moving forward. And then naturally, I hope to get an earnings report from you. I hope to get documentation of your success. And so in the future, if ASM is ever available and open again for a short period of time, just like it's only available for a very short period of time right now, and pretty soon it'll all expire and go away, right? I might be able to share your story. And I've never asked anybody for their story. They always offer it to me. And every single one you've seen today has been that way. You get that? You only can gain when you say yes to the button below this hangout right here. Speaking of implementation, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I do this for one simple reason and one reason only. The biggest hurdle for success in ASM is simply getting started. A lot of people who get going who don't go with us for ASM, half of them never get a product live on Amazon. And everybody's worried about competition. Most people don't even get a product live. And most people will never tell you that because they're scared. Because they're asking you to sign up and they won't tell you the cold hard facts. 50% of people outside of our people that take ASM don't ever get a product on Amazon. Our people have a different rate. Okay? But the point of it is I understand the hardest thing I'll ever have to do is get you started to get your product on Amazon. Here's how I'm going to make sure that we can make that happen for you. The only way you get benefit from the bonuses and the resources that I've just given to you for free, and take an Amazing Selling Machine. You get these bonuses for free. The only benefit you get from them is if you actually use them. So here's how I'm going to compel action and consumption of these resources you unfairly have access to simply because you found out about us, and so many people unfortunately don't discover us and come and see us and they get some other experience that's not as good as what we have here. Here's how I'm going to compel action with the ASM Masters implementation contest. See this Tesla right here? It's not the exact one, but a Tesla that's retailing about $78,000. Tesla all-wheel drive, brand new. One winner, as selected by our judges, will get a brand new Tesla S70. Here's the deal. After you sign up with us today, you'll have the ability to participate in our implementation contest. This contest is composed of several areas that our judges will grade you on. Now, there's some exceptions that apply to this contest, and you'll see the page at the link below for the full details to know if you're in an area geographically where you can take this contest, because the legal ability to even run a contest like this would stagger you and the effort involved. But this is because I believe in you and I'm backing you, that I created this implementation contest to get you to rise to the occasion with me and to step up. And we've never done this before. And frankly, I'm a little scared because I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. But you can see the exceptions and you can get more details on this implementation contest. Let me give you a sample of some of the potential judging criteria that will be part of this contest. Documentation of your implementation process of the available ASM Masters resources, such as how you use them, what the results were, what they were able to specifically do for your business and so forth. Financial results. You'll be required to submit financial results within a certain time frame for one of the products that you launched during the contest. And presentation of your implementation package, such as how creative you were with your documentation and how helpful it will be to other ASM Masters and so forth. Now, there are some exceptions again, and you got to see the link below to get the full story. And you can click on the button below in a new tab or a new browser, and you can get all the information there. But here's the deal. Once, if you decide to, and you don't have to, of course, but if you decide to participate in this contest, once the grading is done and the judges have decided, one winner, as selected by our judges, is going to get a brand new Tesla S70. The winner will be announced on stage at our live ASM Masters event, which tentatively is scheduled right now for February 19th through the 21st. We haven't signed the contract on it yet, but it's going to be sometime in February for sure. Full details will be available to you as soon as we got them inside the ASM Masters members area. The winner will be announced at our next live event. Here's the cool story. As a bonus, you're going to get one free ticket to this event when you sign up today. Clicking on the button right below this video, it'll take you to the checkout page for us, right? The official rules and regulations will be released at the latest, the first week of November of 2015 in the ASM Masters members area. And that's when you have the ability to sign up with us. Here's your chance to do what you plan on doing anyway, which is implementing, right? And also prove to us and yourself that you have what it takes to compete for the grand prize. The winner will be announced in front of all ASM Masters at the live event. And since this is a people business, you can imagine the opportunities that this could lead to of people wanting to do business with you that are ASM Masters. Now, currently, I have to tell you, this is available to just U.S. residents with the exception of the state of Arizona and Tennessee. And while we cannot make any promises, we are also working on trying to make this available to residents of the United Kingdom, Australia, and potentially even other countries. This is the legal ramifications. To run a contest of this variety with this type of prize, you would not believe what we have to go through to comply to make this available to you, which is why you never really see something like this before. But we're setting up a situation when you get involved with us today to have the opportunity, if you wish to participate in this contest and qualify for it, right? Full details, of course, are on the button that you can click on below this Hangout. You will have the ability to implement and submit your implementation package, all of which will set up and empower you to be able to facilitate that happening. And you can win a Tesla. Now, imagine what's in it for me. Yeah, it's cool that I'm giving away a prize, right? But what's really in it for me is the documentation that you're going to create could be valuable to ASM Masters. It's going to help my people. And that's in the business that I've done, and that's why I've been so successful. It's also going to help me. I got more people to brag about. Imagine all these successful people I've already had, and none of them had a Tesla on the line, motivating them to take advantage of the resources. Now you do for the first time in history. Take advantage of it. Now, the ASM Masters live event, like the last one, people have to pay tickets. They have to buy it to be there. Now, naturally, you have to fly in yourself and stay at the hotel yourself. You have to cover that. But the ticket of entry to get in, you get a free ticket to our next ASM Masters live event, which is taking place in February. And the last one was such a smashing success. People were so excited. Just the fact that they were getting ready to go to it got them to step up and start making even more money on Amazon, such as them and Mark and everybody here. You can see what type of event. Carlos, one of the nicest guys in the world. James is in there as well. McAnally, we talked about him earlier. Look at this event. This is the type of event you're going to be able to go to for free, admission in February. And maybe, just maybe, you might have entered into the contest, and maybe you're a finalist, and maybe you win the Tesla. I hope you see how serious we are about this and what it can do for you. So let's go all the way together. I'm so confident in your success based on our track record and our downright unfair resources, only available through the link below, that I'm going to legally guarantee your profits when you sign up. How? It's called the profit guarantee. When you sign up today, here's what's going to happen. You'll build a successful business. Or, for some inexplicable reason, if you don't create a business that already profits at the rate of $2,500 per month, then you have two options. Option number one, you will refund ASM, and we will buy your business, including inventory, for double what it cost you, and give you up to $5,000 for your time. for a grand total of up to $10,000, depending on your expenses and your inventory. That's option number one. Option number two, you'll stay in ASM and we will personally help you reach $25,000 in revenue within 90 days. It's the only personal help I do these days. I call option number one short-term profits. We do this for a selfish reason. I'm more than happy to pay your cost and buy your business for up to $10,000. I've bought more than one ASM business in the past, and I've always got the better end of the deal. I don't want you to sell it to me, but I'm telling you, if you want to guarantee profit to make it worth your time and effort and to cover all your costs and walk away saying, I gave it a fair shot, I will make you money just by paying you to buy your business from you. You got a buyer. Worst case scenario, I will buy your business for you at a profit to you. I get the better end of the deal, however, at least you guarantee profit no matter what. Option number two, long-term profit. If you don't want to sell us your business, and I don't blame you, then I will personally help you reach $25,000 in revenue within 90 days. How? I will work with you one-to-one to make your business successful. And if by some small miracle I still can't do that in 90 days, then I just hand you over an established Amazon business, including a product already private labeled, a fully optimized listing, 50 5-star reviews, and 500 units of inventory in stock. So when you sign up today, one of these things will happen to you factually. First thing, you will be profitable with your own business, or you'll be paid up to $10,000 for us to buy your business from you, guaranteeing you profit, or you will generate $25,000 in revenue in 90 days, or we hand you over an established Amazon business. I do not make this unconditionally. You have to qualify for this profit guarantee. This is yet another way I'm getting you to do what's best for you and getting you to get in there, get your hands dirty, deal with the day-to-day stress, because it's worth it. At the end of the day, when you pull in 10, 25, 50, 100,000 or more, it's so worth it. So here's the qualifications. ASM has the coolest system in the world with gamification. You get badges for certain things. If you saw some of the people earlier talking about, I got the 5K badge or I got this badge or whatever, the first 4 modules all have certain badges you have to get. Now, these aren't ridiculous badges. They're like badges such as fill out your profile, set up your Seller Central account, and make your very first sale and get your first review, stuff like that. You got to take care of the first 4 modules before Module 5 is released and earn your badges there. Then you have to attend and watch the recordings of each of the first 4 weekly Q&A ASM webinars. Participate in our private Facebook group so we can help you succeed. And that's it. If you want to see exactly every single thing related to this profit guarantee to make sure you qualify, go to the link below at mybestbonus.com/getasm and you can get the full details there. I'm not asking you to do something you wouldn't already be doing anyway. I'm just creating a situation for you where you either win big, or win bigger. If somebody says to you, gee, you're going to buy another one of those get-rich-quick schemes, you say, no, this one's different. They say, how so? This one guarantees me profit if I just do what I'm supposed to do anyway. And oh, by the way, I might be able to win a Tesla. And oh, by the way, look at all these different resources. And oh, by the way, they're going to cover my ad spend. This is insane, isn't it? It's almost unbelievable, isn't it? But why do you think I get results the way that I get results? This is what we do. We go that extra mile. We do the things nobody else does, and therefore our people get the results that nobody else gets. Guaranteed profit. We buy your business at a profit, pay you for your time, or help you become successful. Or give you, if that's not the case, if we don't make that. And I'm a guy that I hope for the best, but I also plan for the worst. Guarantee you have something at the end of this that's worth your while, worth your effort, and worth your time. I've had to honor guarantees like this before. It's not very often, but hey, things happen, and it's not so much stopping things from happening. It's guaranteeing no matter what happens to you, you come out good. And I've done that. And I'm prepared to do it for each and every one who come with me this time into the ASM Masters. What you're seeing on your screen right now was created on October 5th by my banker. Her name's Cammie. Wonderful woman. Private banker. Here's why. We went down to Cammie and we said, Cammie, put $1 million cash into a brand new bank account ending in 7711. And anybody who calls the number on this letter and asks for the account balance, I said, Cammie, you allow whoever answers that phone to give and reveal exactly what's in this bank account, dollar by dollar. So if you wish to call, you can call and find out for yourself, is there actually $1 million in this account in cash? And the answer is, well, just find out. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've went to bat for you. I've stuck my neck out for you. Everything I'm asking you to do today, I'm asking you to make an investment today. Yes. I'm asking you to step up today. Yes. Anything I'm asking you to do, I'm doing 100 times, 1,000 times more on your end. But you got to step up at least a little bit so we can go in and do this together. Now, I told you why I do this. First of all, it makes me money. Of course, it makes me money, and I like making money. Secondly, it helps my business because I don't know everything. Some unbelievably amazing people, I get to call them my customers, and they're showing me things that never in a million years I discover on my own. And lastly, Picasso paints why? Because he feels like it's in his nature too. I do this because I feel like I'm uniquely created on this earth and made for this opportunity, and that's no bull, to help you succeed at it. It's what I do. It's my calling, and damn it, I'm going to do it. So when you sign up right now, and you better sign up now because it's almost going to be that period of time where it expires, and you better sign up now so we can get you going and get you up and going for Black Friday. Your profit is guaranteed. You get our incredible bonuses, including the Amazon Ads insurance policy. Plus, if you just implement and participate in the contest, you could be selected by our judges to win a brand new Tesla. All the details, all the restrictions, all the qualifications, everything. The whole bonus package is available to you to see for yourself at mybestbonus.com/getasm. Just added. This was added so recently I couldn't fit it anywhere else in the presentation, so I just stuck it here. My really good friend and the foremost expert that I know of e-commerce websites, not Amazon, but actual websites, is Ezra Firestone. We used to have a lot of customers ask us, Jason, do I need a website or not? And my answer is always like, yeah, you probably do, but all in due time, right? There's only so much you can do when you're first starting out. Well, I finally just tapped into Ezra as I got to know him a lot better and developed a nice professional working business relationship with him. I helped make him a lot of money too. I said, Ezra, is it possible if I did something for you, could you create a special, unique, made for Amazon type of e-commerce site? And he says, no problem. Now here's what's wonderful about the site that Ezra's going to create for you that you can use. It automatically can be connected to Amazon. So if somebody buys from your website, it will send the information to Amazon, and Amazon will fulfill the order for you through your website. I can't tell you a lot more right now because we've already went pretty long on this presentation here today on this Hangout. But basically, this also designed because there's certain people who find you on Amazon who will then go look for you off of Amazon. And those are sales you otherwise wouldn't get, that now you're going to get about the easiest way possible. This is everything you're going to get when you sign up here today. All these bonuses, plus the profit guarantee, plus the ASM Masters implementation contest. You might be able to apply for that. I'm pretty sure most people do. Qualify. If you want the full details, because restrictions may apply, go to the full story there. Click on the button below. Another one. I'm just surrounded by some incredible individuals. Like I said, I call them customers, but they're like family to me. I have a gentleman who I helped get started in an Amazon business, so incredibly doing such amazing things right now. He's taken Amazon and he's been able to bring it to certain specific pre-created audiences in a way that is so powerful. He will not let me share any more details with you here for fear that it could get out there and other people could use this, and we want to tie this up and keep this just to us. But let me tell you this way, Amazon refers this guy customers. Yes, you heard me right. So Amazon says, hey, if they want sellers to increase their sales presence on Amazon, Amazon refers him customers. He just happens to be one of my customers. This is how connected I am. He's got a new system, never been seen, never been revealed before anywhere. Built-in demand from customers who are just dying to get their hands on your product. And now here's the really, really cool thing about this. You don't even need any extra inventory. So how would you like to grow your business without having to buy a whole bunch more inventory? Here's your answer right here. Sign up now. When you sign up today, you're going to get access to 3 private members areas. You're going to get access to the ASM customer portal itself. You're going to get access to our ASM Masters members area and the private ASM Masters Facebook group. The Amazing Selling Machine members area looks like this. This is an example of a video you could watch. This is how you can apply to get your badges. Plus our members area, which houses all of our bonuses and all of our resources available to you. And this is where the information for the Tesla implementation contest will be found inside our ASM Masters members portal. And where do you think I get all the testimonials and customer results screenshots that I showed you? I get them from the ASM Masters Facebook group. This is my private community of all the people, the only people in the world who have access to the resources that I've shared with you today. And this is where they come. And the cool thing is they help each other out like you wouldn't believe. Matt, he shares information. And then Jessica says, I mired his numbers, told him I'm catching up, and then hit hers. And Monica, she talks about just getting started. And Jane says, Monica, congratulations, I'm right on your heels. And then Monica comes right back and says, okay, this is where I'm at now, right? And Jim says, thanks to this community for making this happen. I got a question for you. Is this luck? And this is what I mean by this. I want to share with you something that's made me more excited recently than just about anything. This screenshot right here. $4,441.59 from a brand new product that's been available for only 30 days. In fact, here's the interesting thing. Look below that. It says promotions. You have no active promotions created in the last 365 days. Nothing funny going on here. Just pretty much listing a product and that's it. How does this thing work? Well, here's what I mean by is this luck. This is Will's mother's account. So it takes us a long time sometimes to get through to some people. But we never give up on anybody. Our only restriction is ASM is only available for a very limited time and then it's done. And this is the agreement that we set up with our customers and with ourselves that this is how we work, right? So we finally get Will's mother to get in and get started. She just got going on. Now here's the thing. Will is from Brazil. Will's mother, her English is a second language, if I want to be nice. And I better be nice because it's my business partner's mother, right? And here's the funny thing. Will says to her, he goes, hey, just get a product up and going, Mom. And I don't care if it's a good product, bad product, doesn't matter. Just do this while you look for your real product. And that's about the only personalization that Will gave his mom. And so this was the product that wasn't supposed to be her product. This was the throwaway product before a real product went live. It still hasn't went live yet, the real product. But this product, this throwaway product is the one that's doing these numbers. This is month 1. You tell me how good this opportunity is still to sell on Amazon. This is why we're doing stuff like the profit guarantee and the Amazon ad insurance policy and the implementation contest. So does this answer your question of why we teach this instead of only doing it and selfishly keeping it to ourselves? It's funny. Will's wife has a bigger business than we do on Amazon, and his mom probably will soon too. Sometimes I often wonder if I should keep sharing this with you. Think about that. Because I know if we kept it to ourselves, we can have an unbelievable business. But I believe there's something about giving to the world your unique gift. Here's the answer. Things like this pop up. Steven says, I'm from ASM1. He was one of the first people to join with me. I came into this with zero experience, and I am running my own business. Limited computer skills. Jason and will attest that I signed up at the last second, kicking and screaming. Every excuse in the world. He now has 7 products, 3 brands, $30,000 a month. I left my job doing this full time while taking care of my 2-year-old daughter at home. We were able to eliminate debt, and I've been able to save for 2 months while my wife will be out of work once she has a second child in 2 weeks. After that, she'll only be running her business part-time. It's not been easy for me, but it's important. Says I've put a lot of time into this and made a lot of sacrifices, namely sleep, you bet. But I would do it all again with a bag of wet sand handed around my neck because it has changed our lives and has changed me as a person in so many ways. Most importantly for me is that it has finally given me a true sense of purpose and confidence, knowing I can do this over and over again. And also that I have something of great value to pass on to my children. Purchasing ASM through Jason and Will was the best decision I ever made, and it was the best decision you ever made too, even if you don't know it yet. That's when stuff like this hits me and I realize, damn right, this is why we do this. Go there now or click the button right below this hangout. Let's get started. People always ask me, Jason, how quick can I make money? Listen, it's not about how fast you get there, because this ain't a race. It's a destination. But it is possible to get very quick results. Like Shanika here. 30 days in, 1K in sales. Rainier, remember, $2,500, just started in a month. Deepak, 5 weeks, $10,000. David, less than a month, $5,000. First month for Matthew, $5,000. Charlie, $1,200 his first 3 days on Amazon. Ching did over $7,000 in her first month. Sean, $10,000 in one account, $12,000 in another. I love it. Didn't have the money, so partnered up with my cousin in a separate account. So his first account, he set it up, And he says, okay, I'm making money in that first business, but I don't have enough money to start a second business. So he starts one with his cousin. Brilliant. The real question is, are you ready? Is it your time? Do you have the desire? No one here has the desire. Right here. Sat down, taped the goal on his wall. 100K by Christmas. I bet you he gets there. 25K by October. Oh, hell yeah. Not a fast starter. Had challenges. Okay? Sticking with the right coaches, though. Rapid Crush and Ben Cummings. Anyone who takes action every day, launches new products, and spends time getting authoritative exposure to their product's effort can have businesses that do $50,000 per month within a relatively short period of time. Until then, I shall keep on chipping away at it. Listen, I don't care how much time you think you do or do not have. Eric, full-time job, $25,000, right? Mario, didn't really do anything at first due to my high-demanding full-time job. 5 weeks ago, $100,000 in a month. Other ASM Masters asked him in this Facebook post, they said, do you still work? He goes, yeah, I love what I do. He's some sort of administrator at some sort of university. I can't remember offhand. But it's funny. He's like, I like what I do. This just makes me an extra $100,000 a month. This is why we do what we do here. This is why we create the situation we create. Think about that. This is everything available for you when you sign up with us here today. My name is Jason Fladlien. I really appreciate a time here today. I hope it's just the beginning, though, because I have now set up a framework for you to thrive in and make a go of. And we can do this together. And all these advantages I have for you, they are so far ahead if you could pay for them. How much money they would be compared to what's available out there in the open market, especially ASM. ASM in comparison price-wise is nothing compared to all the bonuses that we have available for you here. When you go with us, and below to get started with us today is right there on this Hangout, right below us here. This is everything you get. When you go to that page, you'll get the full information here. Let's get going together. Your guaranteed profit with the profit guarantee. You have the Amazon insurance policy. You have the ability to participate and enter into the ASM Masters implementation contest, full details of which, including any restrictions that may apply to you. What more do you need? Are you scared? Yeah, that's fine. Do it anyway. Let's do this together. Let's be successful together. Let's get you started on Amazon. Let's quit messing around. And by the way, I don't have much more time to tell you about this opportunity and to allow you into this opportunity because it's not my course. These guys open it and these guys shut it. And it's very, very, very rarely available. And when it is for a very brief time. And you can see exactly when that countdown timer expires on mybestbonus.com/goodasm. I can't sell it to you anymore. I can't offer it to you at all anymore. And I don't offer these bonuses outside of ASM because they don't make sense on their own without having the proper foundation built underneath them to augment these things up so we can focus and specifically take this and laser focus you for your success on Amazon. So let's do this together and let's get on the inside and get some work done. mybestbonus.com/goodasm.